Folks, what is up? How's everyone doing on this, what is it, Monday evening? Uh, okay, so See-Through Gypsy, how you doing? Yes, I know you're here. I have zero idea what it is. Oh, okay. Heather, and it's a Clarence. What's up? Patty, Philly guy, what's up? I'm here just feeding the animals. Okay, so let me just get right into this. I do have a guest tonight. Hey Brett, what's up? Brett, always on his best behavior. And Miss Danica, how you doing? So I guess everyone has seen that, a lot has been going down. I know Toasty is live, and you please always go watch her. She's a great channel, great person. And Jules as well. They've always been nice to me, and so if you want to watch them, that's fine. But I wanted to come a little bit early tonight. Usually I start a little bit later, but I didn't know if my guest was able to come in later, and I know they go to work, so I didn't want to get involved with anything like that. So a lot of stuff has been going on with Shanny, and a lot of stuff has been going on with Shanny and Rev. Are they leaving? Are they not leaving? And there was some phone calls and some other stuff. So I kind of wanted to get to the source. It's been over a year and change that I think me and this person actually talked. It's besides like just a few seconds ago. But I'll let them come on, and we can have a civil conversation. Remember, folks, just because we don't agree on everything doesn't mean we can't have a civil conversation and be civil. Civility, I think, is key, especially in this type of climate. So let me have him on, and let's hear what he has to say. Okay, Gman, what is up? You hear me, right?
Yes, I do, loud and clear.
All right, great. Nothing much, man. Just dealing with everything. Diabetic, so I had some ketoacidosis issues the other day, so I just decided to take some time off and like a couple of days. But I know it was like 4 days ago you made a video, and then you remembered me. You were like, oh yeah, Draven, I'll come on your channel and we can talk about some stuff, which I do appreciate, no matter what. So thanks for that. But yeah, so I'm thinking it was about a year ago that we talked. I came on your other channel. And, we kind of talked about, I think you were in the basement at the time. I don't know if you were still working on the house and everything. But it was when Shanny kind of first got over to PA. And I'm sure that was a lot going on, huh? Now, G-Man, let me ask you if it's okay. I want to know, when was the actual last time that Shanny and Rev actually asked you to pay for their hotel?
For the room?
Yes, for the room.
I would say maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. The last time they asked me for a super chat. Well, not a super chat. The last time they asked me for a cash app was 3 or 4 days ago, for $10 or something like that. And I told them, as a matter of fact, I told them no. And I believe on Skype I told them that I thought you guys didn't want me to contact you or whatever.
Yes. So. Now.
Yeah, because he made a YouTube video claiming that, me and Shanny don't want you contacting us no more. It's going to be legal action.
Okay. Now, like I said, I can have different opinions about what you're going to answer next, but you're legitimately saying you kind of seen the light with them recently. Right?
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely in the sense. First of all, Shanny's is a manipulator. That's number one. And I've noticed this about myself, that I really suck at identifying when I'm being manipulated about something. So I'm actually in the process of learning about what bipolar disorder is and how it affects people and people who use that to try to manipulate people. So I'm actually reading something on that. I've also noticed that when everything is hunky-dory and lovey-dovey with these two, they love you, you're the best thing since cheese. But
Yes.
when they don't get their way, you're a piece of garbage, you're the devil and all this other nonsense that they were saying about me. I also noticed that these two are never, ever, ever, ever going to try to really do anything for themselves. They're never going to try to get a job.
Now that doesn't
in my
surprise
mind,
you.
Actually it does, because I really thought that you guys was just being too hard on them, and that I felt like you guys are just trying to just destroy them for the sake of destroying them or whatever, but it turns out that some of the things that you guys are saying was true, and that these two really don't want to work at all.
Yeah, and
it's just been little things that's been building up in me for a long period of time. And I finally said enough's enough. I'm just sick and tired of Shanny's nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, one day, just the way that Rev threw basically the bag of food at the kids, that's all I needed. And then a lot of their stories didn't add up. And I don't claim to be the most hardcore Catholic here, but even you say you a Christian, it has to piss you off when Shanny throws out, "Oh, I'm religious, I'm a Christian," and then uses the Lord's name in vain, messes up the Bible verses, only knows the
claiming
key
that
notes.
she's LGBTQ and saying that they're sex positive, and then just bragging and boasting about like things that Wiccans would brag and boast about or whatever. And it's just like, I just wanted to stay out of it after a while.
Did you ever
I knew
anything?
if I said it, I said something to them. I said to them that that theologically speaking, I didn't think they knew what they were talking about. I said that to them on a couple of occasions. I remember one time in Durango, we were driving to Jared's, I think, to go get some food, and I made my opinion about rape known, and I let my opinion known, and it's anti-feminist, obviously. And I said this stuff why Shanny was in the passenger side, and Jason was driving.
Jason.
And he was driving, and she just completely blew up on me. And now I can see why Jason would change his mind so much, and how he can't hold his own opinions. Me, I don't care about her getting all loud and whatnot. My opinion is my opinion. My view is my view. It's going to take a lot more than you getting loud to change my view.
So when you saw them like kind of falling apart, I mean, somebody like me, if this was happening to me personally, I'd work at the damn gas station, like when I was 14 years old. Like seriously,
I'll collect cans.
Work at a pizzeria, anything. When you saw that they weren't trying to do anything that the CPS was mandating them to do, or not really mandating, but like, hey, it would help your case if this would, if you did this or did that. Did that make you feel a certain way?
Yes, it did. And on multiple occasions, they told me that they was going to go to the Social Security Administration and apply for Social Security. They were supposed to apply for TRA. They were supposed to TRA, temporary rent assistance. They were supposed to apply for emergency Section 8 and all this other stuff, but they always had an excuse. They had no gas in the car. They ain't feel like it. I should mind my business. You know what I mean? Tell us when you want us out and all this other nonsense and whatnot. So the thing that really made me start looking at them differently was when, a contractor friend of mine offered them a job. I stuck my neck out for him and said, he'll be a good person to go back and forth to get your tools. Plus, he's in desperate need of a job. And then he said that he's not going to do it. He wants the kids to do it or whatever. So he thinks he's above actually working. So I looked at Jason a little bit different after that. And then I heard all of you guys on YouTube telling me that, I'm supporting them not working. I couldn't say anything because I had a contract video on some people. I just didn't trust this community. So I kept my mouth shut, and I said, if I did tell you guys what was going on, you'd be like, oh, I told you. So
well, people want to be right, and that's the kind of thing. That's what all I ever wanted to know is that, am I right? And oh my God, I am right, and that's awful, because they don't understand what they've done to those kids. I feel like Shanny just doesn't get it. That's my personal opinion. Like it's poor me, but she doesn't get it.
Well, one of the things that I knew about Jason is that he always preferred it just be him and Shanny.
Yeah.
And I believe on a couple of occasions, I would say when they moved into the place that I have, not when they were necessarily living with the uncle. I would say like about a month or so into it, and they had food, you know what I mean, because they had the EBT card and everything and whatnot. But that's when Jason started like expressing his opinion that he really wished it was just him and her. You know what I mean? Shanny never said that, but he was the one that was saying that a lot.
Rev never told you like, hey, my uncle just doesn't want us here. Or he doesn't like Shanny. Like he never expressed any reason why they didn't want.
He said that the uncle wanted them to get a job. He said that the uncle wanted them to get a job, and he's making excuses with his mental health why he can't work. And it contradicts their claim about wanting to do YouTube, because in order to do YouTube, you have to have thick skin. You have to be able to go back and forth with people on a regular basis, because there are people in here that don't like them. So if they're going to try to build a career on social media, you know what I mean, they're going to have that mental capacity. But they keep saying that they don't got it. It just shows that they don't want to work. But again, my eyes started opening up when not only did he reject the job once, but he rejected a job twice. And Shandy's claiming being handicapped, so it's like they're never going to leave. They're always going to have excuses. They never got time to go to the Social Security office. But when it was finally time for them to leave, and I told this story on Drag Channel, I told the story on my channel too.
Okay.
On the day that they were supposed to go to the hotel, Rev has a habit of like just blurting everything out. He doesn't know how to hold nothing to himself. And he said to me that, and to think that me and Shanny thought you was going to get frustrated and give us back the house, and did that goofy laugh.
Yeah. Ha ha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ha
ha. But the reason why I wanted to come on this show, we can get into it, was because on the show where I made that comment about what you were talking about, you had said that that I had knowledge of how those kids was being treated.
Oh,
now that this is what I'm on here for, because I
can do this. I can do this. No problem. It's just because, man, I unlike a lot of people did tell you, and your thing was, are you an atheist? Are you a this? Are you a that? Ad hominem attacks, when I was like, dude, I'm just a concerned parent, a concerned citizen, and I was just sick of seeing the fucking child abuse going on day after day after day. I mean, it bothered me. And then that's all I was trying to do, was be like, do you realize? And it kind of pissed me off that you were just kind of like, oh, that's not true. And I'm like, wow. And I know you were going to that, you know, I mean, you went to have you been to the hotel? You've been there, right?
I've been to the hotel a couple of times. Yeah. I've been there. I've been there a couple of times. But
it stinks like shit, right?
They're not there. Well, when I went there, it wasn't stinking. When I went there, what was different is that they didn't have a litter box, and the cats was using the bathtub as a litter box, so they had poop in the tub. That's one of the things that I noticed. But for the most part, it was clean. And I thought room service was keeping it clean, but Jason was bragging that he was keeping it clean.
Wow. Yo, how is that?
Yeah, they had poop inside the tub.
Allowed. And you see, though, when she was saying
neither one of them spend a lot of time cleaning anything. Neither one of them. There's some old Shanny videos where Shanny claims that she's the one cleaning the house and everything. That's barnacles. That's baloney. She don't like cleaning, and Jason don't like cleaning. So these two can claim they love each other all they want. They're terrible for each other because neither one of them want to take on their responsibilities.
Well, I'll tell you, it damn near broke my heart when I heard the younger son say that they didn't want Rev back and they were afraid. That did upset me, because I'm like,
well,
what
he did a lot of verbal abuse. He did a lot of verbal abuse, from what I understand, because the kids would tell me that he would talk to them a certain way, which he's done on camera on multiple occasions. He's admitted that he has temper problems and everything. But he will just blurt out everything that he's thinking, his frustrations and everything, not understanding that he's talking to a kid. Again, there was one time when Zachary was supposed to be doing his work on the on the laptop that they gave them for school. Yeah. And I told the story before. And what I did was, when I found out he wasn't doing it, is I went in his room and because I bought them a brand new TV, a brand new flat screen TV. And I put it on the table, and he had certain games and everything on it. When I realized that he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, I went in that room and I took the games and I took his phone and I said, "You'll get this back when you start doing your schoolwork." And then I went to Jason and said, "This is what you're supposed to be doing, dude. This ain't my job."
Did it seem like Shanny and Rev didn't know how to parent? They didn't know how to discipline correctly?
It's not even Shanny. Shanny spent 98% of her time just sitting down, making excuses for why she can't do anything except for play video games and watch TV. I'm gonna tell you when her legs got real strong is when they got hungry enough, and they only had the one phone, I think, and I think it was connected to the Wi-Fi before I got them a phone. And she didn't want Jason to be gone too long without her knowing what he was actually doing minute by minute or whatever. She's very controlling in that sense. She has to know where he is, what he's doing, how long he's going to be, and he has to come home when she tells him to come home. Yeah. And you want to know who's going to have the best stories? You wait until Jason wakes up and realizes the kind of person she is. Because when he starts going on these YouTube channels, which I believe is going to happen one day, he's going to tell you all, he's going to confirm a lot of the things that I'm saying.
So when you saw this all going down, did you ever pull them aside and say, you guys, this doesn't look good it doesn't look good for CPS?
I did better than that. I did that at the top of my lungs. I did that at the top of my lungs. I'm pretty sure if you talk to the neighbors when they were there, I did a lot of yelling when I was there, particularly about how the house smelled, how they wasn't doing anything, trying to find out when they was actually going to go to the government to get their assistance so that they can move. That's why there's a few different videos that exist on YouTube where Shanny assumed that she was going to be moving because I threatened to throw them out on multiple occasions. Again, when they first went there, they was only supposed to be there for 2 months. I think they went there in September, and I told them by Thanksgiving they had to go.
Oh, you're talking about the home that you're trying to sell, that home.
Yeah. So
they're supposed to only be there 2 months. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they was only supposed to be there for 2 months. 2 months turned into a year. So I even said to them, I said the hotel would be better because there's no heat here, and I'm certainly not going to spend $500 to $700 on oil in there, in which they're going to keep it on 24/7. They're not going to regulate it. They're not going to use it correctly. You know what I mean? And then they're damaging the place. Earlier, I think
what Rev did with the air conditioners, right? What Rev did with the air conditioners, how he left them on, right? Didn't you say that? He left the air
4 months straight. They left them on.
And there was holes in literally holes in the roof, right? Is that what you said? There was holes in the ceiling from the
one of the roofs. When I first went there, one of the roofs had already caved in, and when you went into the kitchen, the ceiling had caved in, and then when it rained, the water would come right in the house. And then when you went upstairs to where his mother room was, the main room that you all saw them staying in, that ceiling had collapsed in, and it was a lot of rainwater coming in when it was raining.
Hey, did you?
So I had to fix a lot of stuff when I first went there.
Yeah. Since you stayed there, obviously you probably stayed there a couple of times. You said you had to be upstairs. It was cold. You ever see that video where Shanny said that she thought that the place was haunted? Rev's mother was haunting her?
A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. I had one guy. A lot of people are telling me that, when they go in the basement, they think they hear things, and when they're upstairs, they hear things. But then again, Shanny and Rev had a lot of witchcraft books in their house. They had a lot of stuff on the occult in there. I don't know if it was for research or whatever, but I had to rebuke a lot of that garbage when I was there. I had to rebuke a lot of that in the name of Jesus, because I actually believe that these spirits are real. So I don't know about his mother being there. I don't believe that, but I believe that there were unclean spirits there. Yeah, that definitely.
So besides that Death Note book. They had other witchcraft books, like what, like Satanic Rituals or something by Anton LaVey, or like, are you talking like?
They have books just talking about like spells and things like that in there. When I first went there, if you actually look at when me and Shanny had that argument during the first eviction saga, and you look behind me, there's a lot of Bibles and stuff, but you'll notice there's New World Order books, but there's witchcraft books there too. A lot of that stuff I don't have. I destroyed that stuff.
All right, now, Gman, was Shanny teaching this to her kids? That's my one concern, that she was teaching this kind of psycho lifestyle to her children. I mean, for all that I know, those kids think that the moon's a hologram. You know what I mean?
I doubt that. I don't think they believe that, especially Wayne. I don't think he believes that.
Well, all that crazy
for the most
stuff she would
part,
say.
For the most part, when they was making all that noise, they would be on their tablets or laptops or something like that, or their phones, playing games or whatever, till they get hungry or they needed them for something. But the person that's getting taught all that is Jason, because again, Jason tried to convince me that witchcraft was part of Christianity, and anybody who's been watching me for any length of time knows I don't believe that garbage for a second.
I mean, I'm just surprised that you know, I mean, they weren't only just playing a game with you to have you pay the bills, but they were also playing one on your religion. Like, they were double whamming you, and that's why I feel like, you know, it had to have gotten to you. Like, not only are you taking advantage of your, you know, of you paying, but you know, they're also saying this stuff about witchcraft and religion, which you know is not true.
Right.
Let's get to the when the older son had to make that video. Whatever happened with that? Did Shanny get in trouble for doing that? I mean, she could say that Will wanted to do that on his own, you know, whatever, to stick up for his.
I don't know about her getting in trouble. They didn't call me and tell me that they was going to do that, but I can tell based on what he was saying that he was coached a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when you go on there, don't say this and don't say that or whatever. I believe he was coached a little bit. I've been around them long enough to know when they're being sincere and when they're full of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, when he kept on stopping and going, well, I don't know what else to say. It's like, man, you just got out of that relationship with them, and now like the first thing, you know, that they're on a Skype call and they're like, oh, go online so I can, you know, you can make a video for me. Like, I don't know. Like, I think where their head is just, you know, it's not.
Well, from what I understand, they keep in regular contact with the kids. I don't know how often in a week they talk to them, but they communicate via email and they have Skype calls with each other. The parents are okay with them having Skype calls with them.
Okay, so a lot of people want to know, so that motel, they are getting kicked out, right? That's almost a done deal?
Yeah. So he told, I mean, you all heard the audio, because while it was going on, and I'll show you the text message. Yeah, I'll show you the text message that I showed Drag. While this was going on, if I can find it. Yeah, while this was going on, I just figured I should call him to let him hear this, because I noticed that he was online. And I got this text message when I was in where was I? I was in Philadelphia, and the text message says that, you know, your people, Jason or something like that, you know what I mean, owe X amount of dollars or whatever. Am I gonna pay for it? And I'm paraphrasing. That's not what the text said or whatever. I'm paraphrasing. But I called him when I got to my location, and then I had Drag on there, and I let him listen to the conversation. Mm-hmm. And y'all already saw that. Now, it was either today they had to go, or it's going to be Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. that they got to go. But it's one of the two.
Now, it was $37 a night, but were you guys able to get some sort of pro rate because, you know, they were staying there?
$37 a night. It was.
Well, that's what I heard.
It was a minimum of $380. What was it? $380 a week, or $450 if I didn't get a discount or something like that. So that was the first thing. The second thing is, I think Shanny and Red tried to play me, because I'm still looking into this. What a lot of people don't know is that the way I would make my payments with Shanny and Red is I would cash app them. I would give them the cash app at $380 or whatever it is I owe them. or I would try to do the discount thingy. When that didn't work one time, because I don't always have money on my Cash App. I have my debit card. My dumb behind gave the owner of that hotel my debit card information.
And he kept charging
you. And I told him, oh no. He thought he was gonna keep doing that. He needed my my okay to do that. That's why he was letting me know, can you do something? Can you do this? Because all I had to do was type okay, and he would have had the okay to do it. And I didn't do nothing like that. So I got that card changed though. So Shanny and Rev, I think what they figured was, because they must have talked to some of the people that was there. Oh, if he used his card, don't worry about it. They'll just keep charging his card.
$800.
Stay here as long as
Gman gave me the best.
And I think that's what actually happened.
So
Philly Guy donated $5 through Super Chat. Did Jason ever teach the boys anything? Like a father figure would teach a younger male child? Or any true fatherly advice that you witnessed?
The desk work.
Sorry, that one.
They never said nothing like that.
Okay, Philly Guy asked, did Jason ever teach the boys anything like a father figure would teach a younger male child, or truly fatherly advice? Anything? Did besides what we saw? Thank you, Philly Guy. Appreciate it, bro.
He taught them things about computers, because he's savvy with that stuff. He taught them things about computers. When the house was being painted, me, William, and Jason went out there and painted it a little bit. Jason painted for like about 5 or 10 minutes, and then he went in the house or whatever. So that's the only fatherly thing I've ever seen him do in terms of like teaching them. But he did teach them something about computers, passwords, and things like that.
So you said around $380 a week, divided by 7, it'd be like around 54 and change a night. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, but still, that's pretty cheap.
Thank God I ain't got to do that no more.
How long did you do that for?
That's a good question. I would say about maybe 4 to 6 weeks, I think. Wow. Before I finally stopped. Like I said, the goal was originally, and I think Shanny talked about this, was for them to go there. I was going to either rent that. Now, if I rented the place, I was gonna rent the rooms out, because the rooms are right now over there red hot. You can get $800 a room now for those rooms.
Really?
If I converted the attic into into a studio, I could have got like $800 to $1,000 for that. You'd be surprised. And I was going to give him one of the rooms every single month, so that they can get on their feet. Or if I sold the place, I had percentages that I was going to give them. Like, for example, if I sold it for under 100,000, it was going to get like a 5,000 or something like that. If I sold it for 100,000, for 110,000, it was supposed to get 8 to 10. If I sold it for like 140, they were supposed to get like 15 or something like that. But I told them if I got like 200,000, I would give them like X amount of dollars or whatever. You know what I mean? And again, he ended up going to jail, so I had to tell Shanny what I had planned, because I was still in the middle of doing all of this. And then he got out. I should have never told Shanny, to be perfectly honest, because I wanted to keep it a secret, and I didn't want her to know.
Yeah,
because she's a spender, man. She will spin you out of house and home.
Yes, and eat too. Cheryl asks, did Shanny ever behave as a mother? I know there's a lot of moms watching in the chat, so
but she was a heck of a lot more affectionate. She was a lot more affectionate than Rev. She was a better parent than Jason. Jason is not fit to be a parent.
Yeah,
and I'll tell him this with face. He is not fit to be a parent. But Shanny was a lot more affectionate.
Not his kids.
Yell at them for the same stuff. Yeah. But we're.
Oh, sorry about that. Hey, I don't know why.
When she did things, when she did things where I disagreed was the amount of time that those kids spent in their rooms and doing things like that, and not actually interacting and talking with them.
Okay, so I got something
like
really.
YouTube was number one. Jason wasn't even number one. YouTube was number one. Her heart was number two. Actually, let me fix that. Her heart's number one. YouTube's number two. Jason's number three. The kids are number four.
So what do you mean by her heart? Like how, like her
She's
feelings?
Always concerned about what's happening to her and what's going on in her world and all this other stuff. And 1 minute she's complimenting a guy saying that he's cute and all this other stuff. And then the next minute she's saying that she's not attracted to men. And I would call her out on that a lot.
Yeah.
So you full of caca. I don't listen to nothing you got to say regarding that.
All right. I want to know. I know for a fact, for a motel, they could at least get a year. All they have to do is get temporary assistance at the town hall. Why didn't Shanny and Rev ever do it? They don't have no money. Fine, whatever. I mean, it happens. But there is things put in place where no one has to pay. Sometimes up to 2 years. Why didn't they ever do that? Like, honestly.
I think they're religious. You know what I think? I think that they're religiously against the government and work. That's the only explanation I can give you, other than the fact that they're that they're extremely lazy. Like,
but they get food stamps, though, right?
Yeah, they get food stamps, and they made sure they got on the phone to take care of that. But they're not trying to sit in Social Security, welfare, or anything like that. I said, you guys would get approved left and right for this stuff, especially if they knew that you were totally homeless. You know what I mean? My sister came up with the idea of me just evicting them, just kick them out. You know what I mean? And on that same day, have Shanny go down there to the government, because the government would approve her immediately for emergency rent assistance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Just go to the town hall.
Sleeping on the street. Yeah. But they didn't want to do that because it was like, it's going to be hard to get an apartment if you evict us. I should have did it anyway, to be perfectly honest.
No, they just would have. They would have paid that place that they're in now. They would have gave them a year and give them like 200 and something and change a month for it's temporary assistance. And all you have to do, if you win the lottery or something like that, you pay it back. But obviously they need it.
Now they want to know about the body slam. Now, yes. Jason told me when they was in Boulder, Colorado,
yes,
that one of them was misbehaving and then Shanny body slammed them. Because when we used to have those guy talks and male bonding thingies in his car, he would tell me a lot of stuff. And he was like, Shanny's always talking about how he yells at the boys and whatnot. But he says, she's not innocent. He straight up told me what Shanny was doing over there in Colorado. He told me, now mind you, I can't prove it. Even now, people should take this with a grain of salt. He said that Shanny body slammed one of the boys and that Shanny was hitting them when they was in Boulder, Colorado. But if I went to somebody and said, oh, this is what I heard, he could have immediately retracted and said he was just making up stuff. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I seen it. It was like proof. It was just something said in passing. Okay, I get you. Yeah, and that's serious. If I put my neck out there and said, okay, so-and-so told me this, they can go to them and says, I never told him that. So basically, when CPS took the kids, that's when you were kind of like, you guys got to go. You guys got to get out of here so you can focus on. They had no more protection. They had no more. Yeah. What about the kids? Because when I get these text messages together, they were constantly throwing this in my face. You would really let two kids go out in the street? You would really let two kids be hungry like this? You were really. It was never about them. They was always using the kids about, protecting them from being thrown out or whatever. I got you. So they were just like, oh, like as another shield. Like, oh, you would really do that? And then once they were gone, there was no protection anymore. You better believe it. You better believe it. Because honestly, they stayed there as long as they did because of them. Is it true that the Durango's gone? He still got that Durango. He probably don't got no gas, but he still got that Durango. Rev ain't stupid. He still got that Durango. Well, I know he said he has two vehicles, and I work on cars, so all you need to do is the battery dead, jump it with the Durango, and the other car needs a what is the Cadillac, the older the car from the 80s. It needs a tire, or one car needs a tire, one car needs a battery. I don't believe any of that. I believe that they're just trying to solicit extra money to get their smokes. I don't believe any of that. Rev's full of it. Yeah, Shanny and Rev are probably. You want to know what? You want to know what? If they do get evicted, I bet you they're gonna end up back at the uncle house again. Wow. They're gonna end up back at they're not going to no shelter. They're gonna go back to the uncle and sell him a bag of goods long enough for them to get their YouTube career going so they can make their money. So when they left, the house that you're trying to either sell or rent or whatever,
they left a bunch of stuff behind, right? They left stuff behind. Like all that
about
stuff.
The house yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like during a road trip, I would say what they presently have now is it might be 3% of what they brought with them. A lot of that stuff was either pawned, sold, or I have it. They just gave it to me.
Yeah, but did you find that weird though? That like they were always saying that that shit ninjas did this to our Colorado house, or people stole our stuff. But then you see when they left your place, they left it in the same state as the Colorado place, right? Pretty much. Oh, 1 second. So
you don't know the half of it. You don't know the half of it.
Me the best dick the other day.
I'll say this.
Danaka Jeb donated $5 through Super Chat. If Shanny and Reverend showed up at your door, would you let them back in?
In lies regarding breaking into the place. I recently saw that on Irate Alex's channel. Irate showed the claim being made that, you know, that they went through the house because they got permission, and then Shanny on a dime changed it to what was it? Shanny changed it on a dime to, you know, you're breaking and entering, you're not supposed to be in there, police has been contacted. None of that stuff actually happened. They didn't contact no police and nothing like that.
No, hey, Gman, I just want to let you know, if you watch this back later, or I don't know if you can see the
I see the super chats.
Okay, that Shanny said that. Just so you know, I did not make her say that. No, not what Danica's asking, but I'm saying what Shanny in the video. She said that you gave her like the best dick, and it was so good. And I clipped it. Trolling. Yeah, but she used to say that. No, G-Man, I want you to know this, man. I never told you this. And, well, I don't know if you know, but I've said this many times. The one time Shanny wanted me to talk to her, and I knew it was bull crap, but she claimed no evidence, and it was just a nothing burger. But she told me before the video started, she was showing me all like the, not Delta 8 before that, when they were still in Colorado. She said, she told me that she hooked up with you. That was her words, hooked up. And now I know hooked up is different for everybody. Some people that's all the way. Some people that's just like messing around. But I have since not believed that story, because when I see like, you know, even when Drag talks about Shan, you kind of give a look like, oh no, not for you.
Yeah, no.
Why would Shanny say that to me?
Shanny's delusional.
Yeah, well, would she just say that to me?
For, she was trolling you, but to be perfectly honest, I'll have to look at the date. I gotta look at the date when it was said, because I ain't gonna lie. Some of the things that they were saying on there, I was directly influential with that, because I told them to troll you guys a lot of times.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Well, so that particular video where she said that she got whatchamacallit from me, nah, I don't think I would tell her something like that. I'm pretty sure of it.
Danica asks if Shanny showed up.
Because I have to face the Christian community.
Yeah, no, I got you. Okay, so a lot of it was probably just their trolling. I mean, you know, I guess I could see that. It was just like interesting because she kept on bringing it up all the time, and then she would dial it back. But anyway, Danica asks, and thanks, Danica, if Shanny and Rev showed up at the door at your door, would you let them back in?
No. And they won't be able to get back in. All the locks have been changed. If they break in there, they'll be going to jail. The answer is no. And the reason why the answer is no, is because they're not doing nothing for themselves. They're not just going to just lay there and be there and not do nothing for themselves. I don't play that. And I'm very surprised a lot of you thought that I was just going to let them just stay there like that. No, I don't play that. Absolutely no.
Well, you said it was close to $1,500 a month that you were giving them, like in bills, paying.
I was giving them a lot of money. I told them out for the hotel. Told them out for when they was in the house.
Yeah, that's food, a lot.
That Delta nonsense, all of that, man. Please, gas, food, clothes, and all the stuff that I was buying them. Yeah, it was a lot.
So you had to pay for food on top of their food stamps.
Well, according to Rev, you know, it's difficult to live in this economy with over $800 a month and food stamps. You know what I mean? So you don't know how to shop, and I showed them what I can do with a mere $100.
Peanut butter and bread.
During
so
COVID.
many people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to eat ramen. And like I saw your video where you were like, look, the rice is still here, box of cereal still here. So they were just selective.
Yeah. They want what they want, and nobody wants to cook. Nobody wants to cook. So it wasn't like she was going to go downstairs and boil rice and make meat in the oven and all that. You know what I mean? It was whatever can go in the microwave and whatever can go in that air fryer.
So to try to get this question answered once and for all, because I know a lot of people want to know, you did it to help them, or you did it thinking that they were just needed, where everyone falls, get them back up type of thing, your Christian duty? Like, which one?
I felt obligated because they not they, because they didn't give me anything. Jason gave me a house. Yeah. And you know what I mean? They had nowhere to go. And you know what the Bible says about giving and helping people who don't have like a place to live or whatever. You know what I mean? My problem is that I'm not really strong when it comes to manipulation. You know what I mean? I have a problem identifying it and then acting properly on it. Because personally, I thought that the rest of YouTube was being straight up demonic the way they was behaving with them. But I clearly don't know nothing about this topic of manipulation. You know, that's one thing I've learned about YouTube. Just because someone might say something in a mean way does not mean they're lying. I learned that the hard way. I'm like, whoa, you're telling the truth, but you're such a jerk. It's weird because you would expect a liar to not tell the truth, but sometimes they'll throw you for a loop and actually be telling the truth, but like in a jerk off way. Yep. Danica asks, how long did their food stamps last them? 2 weeks.
Now, did they get that?
Before they were crying broke.
You like that? You like that, you fat
2 weeks before they were crying broke.
No.
Danaka Jed donated $2 through Super Chat.
Did they get that twice a month?
How long do their stamps last them?
No, they got it once a month. And they was broke 2 weeks into the month. Then they're calling me up saying, we don't got no food. Can you buy us some chicken? Could you buy us a pizza? Could you do this? Could you do that? It's like, you just got $800 in stamps. To me, that's a lot of money. But he's like, oh, it's 4 of us here. You know what I mean? And what he was doing was he was going out there buying this insanely expensive stuff, for the microwave and for the air fryer. Yeah. And I told him, I said, you got to stop buying this. Well, they won't eat it. I said, they get hungry enough, they'll eat it. Because when I took them shopping, they got rice, they got milk, they got things that you have to like prepare, you know what I mean, for them to eat or whatever.
If I could talk about just CPS for a little bit, I'm not gonna go too deep into it. I just want to. I know you said that you spoke to the workers. Did they ever say that they had reason to think that they weren't telling the truth, or like I know Shanny liked to pull, oh, it's the trolls, I'm being harassed, and I mean all she had to do was never have her kids online.
The reason why the kids wasn't taken sooner was because the CPS was being called under false pretenses. When CPS showed up there, a lot of people on YouTube said they wasn't eating, and they'll walk through the door and they would be eating. You know what I mean? Especially when I was there, I didn't play that garbage. If I had money, they ate. You know what I mean?
It wasn't a good. It wasn't a good look if people were serious.
No, it wasn't a good look the first few times that you guys called them. Yeah, people was calling CPS when they was at the uncle's. They claimed that I was eating, Shanny was eating, and Jason was eating, but the kids wasn't eating. When CPS showed up there, the first thing they saw, the kids was eating. They said, we got to answer all these calls.
It looked, they looked rather thin. And if you looked at the videos from where they were in Colorado to now, you could definitely see a change. You can see Shanny getting bigger, but Rev and the kids kind of getting skinnier. And I mean, yeah. I mean, you can, and I mean that doesn't have to mean anything. There's growth spurts.
Yeah, Jason's very frail. Jason's very frail, and then you got I would say William was normal, but Zachary could have used a little bit more weight. I think, yeah. But I would say he was normal. But when they got hungry though, when I showed up, they used to love when I came there, man. They used to hug me like in unison. Jason would fly down the stairs. Shanny would find the strength in her legs to get down those stairs, even if she had to crawl, just so she could hug me and goes, look at my shakes. Look at my shakes. My fibromyalgia. Now, I didn't know nothing about why she was doing this or whatever, but you know what I mean?
You're saying she would do that offline. She would do that in real life.
Yeah, she would go downstairs and show me the shakes. And I was told that when she was doing this, that was fibromyalgia.
Wow.
I didn't start questioning this stuff till I started watching y'all channels a little bit and doing my research. So
yeah, I mean,
you should have been on the phone when I told them they're not getting Delta 8 no more. They thought I was Satan after I said that. So
then why did Shanny say that they haven't done Delta 8 in 3 months? Then did you hear her say that?
Some people are full of caca. They can't go a month without that stuff. One time I showed up there. She's such an
actress. Yeah.
One time I don't have it on my phone, but if we was on StreamYard, I think I would be able to show you if I was on my channel. But one time I went there, and I went there with a lot, and I mean I went there with a lot of that Delta gummy stuff and the
I
oil.
saw the picture.
She told me that the oil was supposedly what is it? The oil from the weed plant, and it's supposed to be like something to help people deal with their pain. That's what I was told. Okay, so I tried to get as much of that stuff as I could. I was getting it on credit. I'm still able wholesale, to get that stuff. Oh yeah, I get wholesale. Yeah, I get it for the stores paid. So I told them, I said, look at all of this. I showed them on picture a couple of times. They was like, oh my God. And they were talking about the flavors and all this other stuff and whatnot. And I came there one time, and that story about her saying that that they didn't want that that they wanted something else or whatever. I got I think that day when I brought like $900 worth of that stuff over there, they gave me like he gave me 3 lightsabers. He gave me the Ever Drives, I think they're called. He gave me almost all of his games. He gave me all that stuff. And they had no problem smoking it, but when it was gone, we really don't want to give you our stuff.
They wanted it back. But do they still have the PS5? They still have that, right?
I got to tell you a funny story about the PS5. When they first came to PA and they met me for the very, very first time, Shanny showed up in front of my door and went like this. Here, we want you to have this.
I remember seeing the picture. You had it like in your one hand.
Yep.
You wanted that WWF belt though.
Oh no! He gave that to me as a gift, but I took the belt. I took that belt, but it's not even a real one. It's like a plastic version of it. But the game, I told her to keep it because she needs to make money.
But I thought
I knew from day one that these two was not start making money, because in my mind they wasn't going to be living off of me. I thought they was going to go to the uncle. He was going to get a job, and they was going to get themselves together or whatever. But no, they're really looking for people. They're looking for adults to take care of them. Then they don't want to submit to the rules when that actually happens. You know what I mean? You want people to take care of her, but when you tell her to get up, you got to get up. Yeah. When it's time to go to bed, you got to go to bed. When it's time to eat, you got to eat. You know what I mean? If you're going to live under somebody's rules, you're going to do what you're told, or you're going to get out. And I don't think Shanny understands that.
Well, 2 things, man. 2 things. One, the game she always plays is Stardew Valley, and that's on the Switch, not the PlayStation. She still has the Nintendo Switch, right?
No, actually, come to think about it, when it was at the uncle, they gave me one of the Switches, but they had like 1, 2, 3. They had 4 Switches, and they gave one of them to me.
What?
Man, they love me and everything. They love me.
Yeah.
They love me. You know what
Cheryl
I mean?
Gallerin has just donated $19.99 through Super Chat.
They tried to give me this other stuff.
I'm a bit of a tougher cookie. I believe in tough love. They'll never change if people don't back away from them.
Jason looked like he was about to pass out from starvation or whatever. And I went over there and I bought them food and I put gas in the car and everything. And he just said, "Here, I want you to have this Neo Geo." He gave me all the games of the Neo Geo. Yeah, and I left it there on purpose, trying to send him a hint saying I didn't want it. You need to go sell this or whatever. But he got offended, so I took it. So,
are you surprised?
He was really getting offended when I. Huh?
Are you surprised at all the people that give them donations and stuff?
No, because Shanny's good at what she does.
So when Rev makes those videos saying "Thank you for the $50, brother," ha 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 ha. Thank you for that $100, brother, ha ha ha. Like that's true. Like he actually got $50 that day or $100 that day. Because I don't know when they're lying or about the money or
No. They probably got it. The problem is he's not being sincere with the apologies. I'm not with the apologies, with the thank yous, because the moment they ask and they don't get it, then you're the devil incarnate.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, my thing is just like all this. It's just been really crazy, and
did you see the video? Did you see the video when Jason was saying that he believes in the principles of Jesus, and that he's a Christian, he believes in the principles of Jesus? If you actually look at him, he's focusing on his visual. What he's doing, he's talking low. He's acting like this is one thing I do understand. I know how panhandlers go about tricking people. I've learned that the hard way too. But he was talking all low, and he was saying that he believes in the principles of Jesus. And then he said, I should probably have the Bible next to me. And then Shanny gave him the Bible, and then all of a sudden his voice was normal again. And I picked up on that immediately, that Shanny told him to say and do all of that stuff.
Yeah, he always
that's how I know. He'll look at her, seek her approval, or he'll talk a certain way and behave like her. That's when you or if Shanny said something on Twitch, and then he goes on his channel and says something, that's when you know Shanny told him to do it.
Oh, okay. Every time you talk, I always forget what I'm going to say. Getting back to the video, what was it? What did she say? Because I wanted to ask you about the video that they did. You know, like, oh, I'm dying, this and that. So that's all manipulation. Oh, I'm sorry. You know how you said that when she says that there's the right people that help her out, and then the other people, she just needs to get her drug money, whatever you want to call it, Delta 8 money, whatever. So is that still valid? Is there still the right people to help them, like pay for a motel, and the other people to help them for their habits?
Well, I don't think they can get help for that motel. They owe $1,500. Any money that they give them for that, you know what I mean, it's got to pay off the back. Got to pay that off or whatever.
Oh, so he owes $1,500. Okay.
Yeah, they owe $1,500. So they're getting kicked out of there. Ain't nobody giving them $1,500. And if they do, they're stupid.
Only because they don't want to get a job, right?
All they got to do, really, at the end of the day, is call CPS, and then CPS will call the appropriate people, and they'll pay for the hotel. But they're too lazy to do that. Like the level of laziness that they are, you wouldn't believe it, man. They are lazy. They don't want to pick up a broom and sweep. They don't even want to take out the garbage. Some of them, you know what? I'm convinced some of them won't even flush the toilet. That Shanny Red won't even flush the toilet unless it was really required. They're lazy. Like, they're unbelievably lazy. All they want to do every morning is sleep, play their video games, and obsess about social media literally all day before watching some horror movies and going to bed.
All right.
And they can't be apart.
I was thinking, if it's okay, I want to watch the last video that Shanny did, and I want to hear your input about it. Because I always figured that you kind of had the inside on what was happening with these two. And ever since that video where Shanny got arrested for beating up Rev, getting slappy with him with the fetish whip,
and she does hit him. She does hit him.
And you said he hits her, or he hits her back, I guess.
No. He will do little things, but Shanny literally hits him.
Yeah. So
Shanny hits him.
So she's abusive.
That's a big woman.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Very. She's very abusive. Yeah.
All right, I'll play the video.
Hi guys.
Oh, by the way, you hear that noise? Is that a fan? Does she have like a bunch of fans on her every time?
That's an AC in there. That's an AC. And by the way, by the time she makes this video, I believe that she made this video an hour after that phone call, I think it was, with Drag, I think an hour after that phone call, she made this video. If you listen to Jason sounds healthy, up and coming. He sounds like, some people were saying, some people thought that he sounded like he had Delta 8 in him or something like that. He sounded pretty hyper or whatever. This is acting right here.
Yeah, this is her performance.
Is straight up acting right here. Yeah, this is acting.
Or is this like a last ditch effort to try to get some money?
Yes, she's full of caca right here. All the way.
And then one last thing. So you're telling me when you said I'm done, I'm not paying this motel anymore, I meant it. They just stopped paying. They stopped trying to get money for the motel. They just let it go.
I think what happened was they was getting little monies to pay for it daily.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. And then when they wasn't getting enough no more, they figure, because the way Shanny thinks is that she thinks that she can just stay there and do what is it? Squatter laws, I think.
Squatter rights.
Jason told me about. Yeah. And then she can stay there and make them call the police and everything to remove them and everything.
Oh wow. You think it's gonna get to that point?
No, I think the owner's gonna throw them out. And I think this owner has been really nice. I don't know what he believes, but this dude is really, really nice, and I think they're playing on it.
Well, yeah, especially if they're saying that there's E. coli in the water and stuff, and then you find out, well, the guy's giving them water bottles every day. You can't shower in the stuff.
They don't know. Okay, they don't know if it's E. coli in the water. What the problem is that these two are coming from Colorado and having $700,000, and then living in that area where Jason grew up in that high class area, and then having to go to this hotel is a lifestyle change for them that they don't want to accept. So it's not the fact that it's not that there's E. coli in the water or anything like that. They got a problem accepting the fact that they're poor and that they got to struggle like a lot of us do. They're lying through their teeth.
I just want to do an update video for you guys.
She don't shower, right?
No. Then she does is rare.
Because I always see, I always see the.
You should see my bathtub. You should see my bathtub. It's a white tub, and the day me and Jason almost got into a fist fight was when I went over there and it was gray. Like the whole entire round, it was all gray. It was disgusting, and I made him go in there and scrub that thing out. Then it took the water forever to go down the pipes. It was just disgusting.
Now, that's both of them, or just Shanny? That don't want to shower.
That dirt's coming off. No, well, she smelled like she didn't shower. There were some days I went there and they smelled fresh. But most of the time I went there, they smelled like armpits, foot fungus, cat pee, and the room smelled like a. It's kind of weird. You know what mold smells like, mixed with like
mold and shit,
moldy clothes or whatever. It's just like oh. And then she had the nerve to want to talk about relationships, and I was like, us men, we're visual, so it's like, oh no, let's not even talk about that.
Well, then,
disgusting.
Even if you weren't a troll or a hater, if you just said to her, Shanny, and I know she's watching, Shanny, you can't take care of those kids. You obviously can't. You so gave up as soon as they walked away, and understand that. Get past that. Move past that. Because if she can't even shower, and then she's just making videos about it, and then she thinks she's YouTube famous, like, dude, she never had anything more than 10K subs.
Jason told me that he's the one who wipes her butt. That he has to shower her. He has to wipe her. He has to wipe her vag area. After she goes to the bathroom and all that other stuff. And he has to do all that. He's a caretaker. The dude can be making $500 a week. You know what I mean? For doing all of this stuff, but he refused to fill out an application.
Yeah, he could be the caretaker for her. He does it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They're stupid. They're just stupid people.
First of all, I'm in severe pain. That's why I haven't been on the last couple days.
What does she do all day,
It's
man?
been really bad.
Sit down.
And
wow.
I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm like itching everywhere. All over my body. Everything is swollen on me. Like my hands are just so swollen you can't even see knuckles.
It's because you're obese, though.
And I don't know where I'm gonna be in the next.
She doesn't exercise. She doesn't do a lot of walking.
Yeah,
she sits
which is
down
not
most
good.
of the day. Yeah.
And
the only time she'll get up and walk, like if I went there right now, and I said let's go food shopping, trust me, Jason ain't the only one going with me. She getting in the car, she gonna want to point out all the things that she wants, because I didn't put a limit on it. I told them to get what they wanted.
Oh, so she will go to the store.
Oh, you better believe it. And
so
such was going to be going a long time.
She's
very selective. Very selective.
That's some
very
bullshit.
selective. Very selective. But I don't give them limits. I told them to, go to the store and get what you want. Because when I went there prepared, knowing who I was shopping for. So
now, when you said about the cats that they're using they were using the tub, because obviously they're not going to use the tub. How is animal control not called, or the owner saying?
How would they know? Because what they got is they got room service coming in there cleaning everything up. They got room service going in there doing all that. And one of the things about that hotel is there's a lot of people there who have similar issues to them that's staying at that hotel.
What about that meth fight?
What they really should be concerned about is the fact that that place might have a bunch of bed bugs that they're gonna be bringing with them.
Yeah, that's what I think when she says the itchy. When she says she's itchy. What about that meth fight that she said that she was in? That she had to push two meth heads. Like she got.
I wasn't talking to them, so I don't know.
Okay,
I think she's full of it with that too. Yeah. But what I find amazing is that room is $50 a night, and that woman still won't sell that PS5. But Jason has to sell all of his stuff, and this guy is still so brain dead to not understand that he's lost all of his things, and this woman won't even sell her prized possession, for the family. Absolutely amazing. They're gonna sit in that car. They're gonna sleep in that car with their PS5. That PS5 that can be sold and turned into food and lodging. They can buy a tent with that. They can do a lot of stuff with that PS5. Did
Rev ever say he wanted to leave, he couldn't handle this situation?
He was gonna leave her a couple of times over a couple of disagreements and fights that they had. He would complain that when I brought them to Delta 8 that she would smoke for example, I would bring about 10 of those things over there, and I would say 5 for you and 5 for her, but he only gets 1. And while he was sleeping, she was smoking all of them.
What, really?
Yeah. She consumes a lot, and I mean a lot. And I think the reason why she kind of figured it ain't never gonna happen with me is because I'm not Jason, and I'm not gonna let you walk all over me. That ain't gonna happen. You're not going to walk all over me, and you ain't going to be tricking me and all this other stuff. Not going to happen. Well, I'm punishing them so severely now. I want them to know that I don't appreciate being played. And I want everybody else to know I don't appreciate being played. And I'm making a public example out of them.
I have a question. How did they get both cars there if Shane don't drive? The Durango and the Cadillac.
Let me see. How did he do this? He took the Durango there. No. Was it the Caddy? Took the Caddy there first. I paid for an Uber for him to go where he was to come back to the house, and then he got the Durango and brought it over there.
Instead of Shanny just getting her lazy ass in the car and just driving behind him.
No, apparently she can't use her foot to push the gas.
Oh man, she probably can't feel it. She just use the ball of her foot.
I challenged her on that a couple of times. I said the house is on fire. How are you going to get out if he ain't here? So
I these two, really, if it was me, I'd be like, no, you're gonna get in that car and you're gonna drive behind me. You said you paid $400 for an Uber? Well, for there and back, right?
You mean from where I live to Scranton?
No, you said Jason drove the Durango and then you had him.
He drove the Durango about 20 minutes to where they had to go, and then he no. I got that wrong. He took the Cadillac first, and then he came back for the Durango, and I paid for the Uber for him to go from the hotel back to the house.
Heather wants to know how they paying for car insurance.
They're not. They don't have any auto insurance.
Whoa! So they got 2 vehicles sitting in a parking lot.
They would not drive it at a certain time because I think a cop stopped them. See, in Scranton, the police over there, the police over there are a lot understanding of people's situations. One thing I like about the place, but they would stop by the police he was stopped by the police a couple of times, and they told him that he can't be driving around without his insurance and all that. So and so they would do it at certain times. They would drive.
Did you find this hotel?
Did I find the hotel? It's the cheapest one I can find They wasn't going to the other places. They wanted $80 and $100 a month. I mean, a week. I'm sorry, a day. I'm sorry, a day. My bad, a day.
No. I don't know if I'm gonna be on the street, if I'm gonna be in a nursing facility. I just don't know. And I'm really scared about this situation because I do not have my health like I did last time I was homeless. I mean, I barely had health then, but like now it's
okay. Stop there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
that was a smack in my face.
Yeah,
smack in my face.
I was just gonna say that. I know she said she helped you because you were homeless at one time. You know, we all get there, but so there was some truth to that. She did help you out years ago, one time or something.
Yeah, when I got the house the first time, she helped me. And but in comparison, it doesn't even come close to who did what for who. Because I was only there for a little bit, you know what I mean, before she threw me out and everything over some nonsense that she did herself when she moved to the house on a couple of different occasions. See, I'm not her. I'm totally different, and I don't worry about that petty stuff. What bothers me is the fact that they had this plan to try to get the house back after I did all that work and fixed it and paid all these stupid liens and all this other stuff that was on it. You know what I mean? It just really irritated me knowing that they tried to play me with that.
Yeah, because if you're saying that you pay $380 a week times about 6 weeks, that's about $2,280.
Right.
I mean, don't you? Are you writing this down somewhere? I mean, yeah, I don't know if they're ever gonna get it back. Oh yeah, what I've heard that Rev gets a little pittance from his uncle. That there's a little bit of money left, but the uncle is in control of it because that's what was the original plan. If Rev blew it all,
no. Well, actually, if that's the case, and I didn't know about it, then maybe she wants the last remnants of his money or whatever. I don't know. All I do know is this: is that his uncle gives him about $200 every now and then when he needs it. But when he gets it and she learns about it,
yeah,
I need my Delta 8, and that's where all of it goes. And he used to come to me and complain about that. You know, he'll get the money and go, I gotta hide this because if Shanny sees this, I'm not gonna have it very long. And I said, that's sad, man. You call yourself a man and you can't even hold on to your money? That's crazy.
So you've never seen her like papers from a real doctor's office, or when she says she has fibromyalgia, she would have to see a rheumatologist. Is the only type of doctor to diagnose that specific thing.
The only thing that she claims that she has that I believe is a borderline. Aside from that, she's full of it with the cancer. She ain't got no cancer. She ain't got no blood clots. You know, she ain't probably gonna die or anything like that. She's doing that to get sympathy and get money. It's like you guys are saying. She's full of it.
Hey, David.
That garbage didn't work on me though. Like I would make promises, like to get out of the immediate situation, is that I would make promises to do certain things to them, and then I would never follow up on them. You know what I mean? Just so I can get out the room, because I knew she was full of it with some of the things that she was saying. So
right here, you're saying that this is a dig at you.
When she said she was homeless the first time, that's definitely a dig at me, because I'm gonna tell you something. They would much rather be over there freezing their butts off, having a refrigerator full of food, a cabinet full of food, having food to their left and having food to their right. You know what I mean? They would much rather have that than to be where they are right now and going through what they're going through. So she's full of it.
To such a fucking extreme, my health. Like, I can't walk.
That's not true.
I can't fucking walk. It's so hard for me to walk.
You can walk.
Damn
Every
right she can.
Send a lion or a tiger in that room. She'll get up and walk and run too.
Feels like 1,000 pounds on me. Just trying to just go to the fucking bathroom, and I'm
of course she feels 1,000 pounds.
And I'm in such extreme pain levels.
You know what I suggested to her? I suggested liposuction to her, and I forgot why she said no. But I did suggest liposuction to her one time.
Yeah, I mean, look, right here. But this is Colorado. This is when they left Colorado.
Oh man, there's.
She looks like she can walk fine to me. I don't know who that dude is, but and I don't know what she's wearing. That's a moo-moo, man. You know when I was saying moo-moo? She looks like she's wearing that and like Shrek shoes. Like, did you see the shoes?
Yeah.
Like, what's up with those?
She don't got those no more. Those are in the garbage. She don't got those no more.
Or does she just wear it until it melts?
She ain't got none of that no more, come to think about it. All that stuff's in the garbage.
Yeah, but yeah, she looks like she walks pretty good. Well, when it's when she's at the chicken place, whatever this is. Those arms. Oof. You know, didn't you said that
those are 24-inch pythons?
Yeah, she would come up and grab you, right? She would come up and give you a big bear hug. I mean, could you like smell it on her, like the, you know, the whatever, the oils?
And then they had no problem going into public like that. They would walk into Walmart, they would walk into Jerry's and Giant smelling like that, and believing it was perfectly okay and perfectly normal.
Well, yeah, and I've seen that video. Like when Shanny and Rev, when they went to see they went to go see Korn. They went to a concert and they looked really just strange. Shanny was wearing like a weird cape, and it was just like, it was nuts. They play the video and then they pause it, and then when they come back, Rev is on something allegedly, because he can't even, you know, contain himself. Maybe he was excited for the show, who knows? But it seemed like it was more than just high on life.
The thing with Shanny is that Shanny is, a lot of the stuff that she says, she's self-diagnosed. And I believe if she wants the pain in her legs to go away, she needs to get some procedure done. She needs to be in the hospital where she can be supervised. You need to dig all that fat out of her, and out of her legs, out of her arms. Just get lipo. Get all that mess out of her. Tighten up the skin afterward.
Yeah, but I don't think her insurance would well, what she has Medicaid, what's it called, the state insurance?
I think she got Medicare. I don't know about Medicaid, but they qualify for everything now because they don't have a dime.
Yeah, just things just take a while, but if she never tries to go and get it, then she'll never get it.
Exactly. And then on top of that, they're addicted to each other. They can't be apart for too long, and it's ridiculous. As a matter of fact, the healthiest I've ever seen Jason was when he got out of jail.
Yeah.
That's the healthiest I looked at. The healthiest I've ever seen him.
It looked like he actually ate. But like,
he was eating, he was sleeping, he didn't smell like trash or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, I could see like him being addicted to her because he's only been with her in his life. But is she really addicted to him, or is she using him? Because it seemed like
I don't think she's got any choice but to be with him right now. But as soon as somebody comes along with minimum wage or something like that, he's going. He just don't get it yet.
So are you telling me those 2 weeks that he was, you know, in the clink?
Let me tell you what she did. She I don't know what the heck she was doing, but I do know this is that she was laying in that bed and she was like, she needs a man. Can you stay here with us? I need a man to stay here with me. And then the boys would come in there and they'll both go in there and hug me and say, you know, this ain't the first time he's ever done this. And they would just badmouthing him. And they were really doing a hard sell. And I said, I gotta go downstairs. I'll be right back for my life. I ran for my life. Well, no, I don't think so.
Let me ask you.
I ain't saying I ran, but I went downstairs. Yeah. I made a brief video.
Quick.
And I think it was on GTV before it got flagged down or whatever. And then I ended up leaving or whatever. So,
well, let me ask you.
Was it GTV or was it on Faith? It was on one of the channels. I made a brief video and then I left.
Yeah, I mean, you've had what, like 5 different channels?
Oh, I still got 5 different channels. I probably got about 7 now if you actually look at all of them. I got More by God. I got this channel. I got the Sowing and Reaping. I got the Gman channel. I got the G Gamer channel. I got Gman versus the Hebrew Israelites. I got the Gman Debate Coliseum. I got a bunch of channels.
Did you ever see the video with Shanny's mother when she was talking about the boys and how that they peed on the floor and they thought that was okay, peed in bottles? And
yeah, I saw the video. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she said that they lie for her. Now, do you think that could be valid when it comes to this or no?
I think her mother made up some of that stuff. But as far as them peeing on the floor, the only way that would happen is if they had no means of getting to the bathroom, because for the most part, they were doing that. As a matter of fact, I don't see any evidence of them peeing I've never seen either of them pee in the bed. So,
yeah. And you would have smelled it when you at the house, right?
Yeah, the kids' room smelled way better than Shanny and Red's room.
Okay.
And the kids smelled fresher than their parents. The kids smelled a lot fresher. I think they were the only ones showering.
So do you think though that they were just making stuff up because they, to make their mother happy at the time? Like, oh, Rev did this, or you think they were telling the truth?
whether they were telling the truth or not, I was not trying to replace the guy. Yeah, like I said, I'm in the mindset that this dude gave me this house, so I wouldn't do something like that to him. You know what I mean? And I told him that on multiple occasions. I said, dude, you ain't never got to worry about me doing anything like that as long as she's with you or whatever. You know what I mean? But what really turned me off was most of the time when I was around them, when I smelled them, and just Shanny's baloney and the BS that comes out of her mouth a lot of times, you know, regarding the world, her lack of understanding of the Bible and prophecy and things like that. Just like, nah, I'm good.
My head down.
Because there was a couple of times when I let loose and I let them know what I really believed about stuff, and that's when I was told to mind my business. You know?
Oh,
so, yeah.
How nice, how Christian of them.
And then the next minute, I'm right back in their business because they won't keep me out of it.
Not good anymore. It's not good. I gotta get a CAT scan.
No,
why
you
does
don't.
she need a CAT scan? Where does she get this?
She don't need no CAT scan.
Get a CAT
and she ain't gonna go get one either.
I'm losing just way too much weight too fast.
I mean, like, what? Why does she keep saying this? Like, no, like, really?
Because the one or two people that's giving to them is going to be deceived. That's why I think. But I don't believe nothing that just came out of her mouth. She ain't going to get no CAT scan, and she ain't losing weight at a rapid rate. Nothing like that's happening. I mean, like I said, somebody already mentioned 2 days ago they were just chowing down on chicken, and they were eating, and they were drinking soda and all that. She's full of it.
Yeah, they were. They were chowing down on chicken. Well, she was more than Rev was. So basically, she gets double portions.
Jason's the one that's dying due to malnutrition because he looks like a skeleton. She, on the other hand, is doing just fine. She's full of it.
Yes, behind my eyes. Well, you saw that. Not saw it. You said before that she gets more than him, but you've actually been face to face with him. Have you heard that nasty cough that he has? He's had it for like 5 years, like 3 years.
When he smokes, because I used to get him the big bag of tobacco to smoke, and whenever I would get him the Camel cigarettes, he would cough like that.
Yeah, it was.
But when I first went there the first time, they had all these hookahs there. They had these big hookahs. I threw them things in the garbage because once they gave everything to me, I don't smoke. So I threw all that junk in the garbage. I threw away the hookahs. I threw away anything that had to do with vaping. I threw all that when I first went there. I threw all that stuff in the garbage.
The house of PA had hookahs everywhere.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch of hookahs. He had like vapes and all that other stuff. I threw that stuff in the garbage.
I mean, have you ever thought that they were on anything else besides, your own opinion, Delta 8? I mean, the way they act, that's
weed. Delta 8 and weed.
Yeah,
if they could have got their hands on the real stuff, they would have smoked it.
Because there's been allegations of maybe Rev's been on some sort of, meth use and this and that and other things, just by the way he acts and that split lip he had for years, and just the way he looks. He looks like Riff Raff from, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's primarily because of her, because she controls what he and I hope you're watching this, Jason. She controls what he believes, what he says, and what he doesn't say until he gets mad. She controls every aspect of this guy's life. It's rare to get anything genuine out of him without her. Actually, when he starts being genuine, that's when she's interrupting his stream.
You think he would ever leave though? Like he'll ever be like, all right, this is too much.
Yes, he will. He will.
I'm telling you, I thought Shanny did it. The way when Rev got back after the jail, when he came back and he kept saying to Shanny, they kept asking me, like, how did this happen? How did this happen? And I drew a blank and he couldn't remember. And Shanny muted the stream right away. Now, I don't know if you've seen the police report. I have, and it says physical strike kick. And it says that she threw a...
only reason she's with him right now is because I told Jason that when I sell that house, I'm going to give him X amount of dollars. All that, she loves him. She can't live without him, crap and all that, whatnot. None of that's true. And the funny thing is, he knows I'm telling him the truth. And the fact that he's still with her shows just how dumb he is. As soon as they get, she's going. I'm telling you, she's gonna be going.
Oh, so you're saying she's just waiting for the payday?
Yep, she still believes the payday's coming too. She still believes that payday's coming. Now, I do have a little bit of a dilemma. I do have a little bit of a dilemma regarding that, but I'll talk about that another night. But
okay,
she ain't getting nothing because she is horrible when it comes to money. Has
anyone ever gave you an offer yet?
I got a couple. The disrespectful offers was for like 70 and 80 grand. I told them no. That's why they got mad at me. And then somebody offered me 130 after telling me not to do nothing else with the house. They said, stop fixing the house, stop doing all this, we'll give you 130. And I told them no, because I found out that a couple of the houses around on the same block in worse condition was worth more money. So I said no. So I got offers. I'm just turning a lot of them down right now.
Are you? Oh, so you might sell it as is.
I might live in it.
Deal.
I might, if I don't sell that thing by Christmas, I might end up living there.
What is how much is left, by the way, for the house? How much, like, as far as repairs? Like, what else has to be done?
Work? I probably won't want to finish properly painting it because the guy that I had do it did a crappy job as far as I'm concerned. And then just some framing that I won't want done in the attic. I actually want to go in there and I want to frame it and I want to turn it into a studio if I end up living there.
Really have much of an appetite either, to tell you the truth.
She's losing her appetite.
And I'm just so sick lately. I'm so sick.
You do understand that they're doing this knowing that you guys are going to review this. When you guys review this, y'all send traffic to their YouTube channels.
Oh, yeah.
You send traffic to Twitch. When the traffic goes to Twitch, she makes a lot of money in ad revenue. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing.
100%. I've been saying that for a while, that she, like her mother used to say, she likes good drama, bad drama, but yeah, she also wants to get some sort of money. Now, when is that in the month? I know, like with YouTube, it's like the 21st of the month you get a.
Around the 21st. Twitch? Yeah.
Oh, that's what she gets her Twitch.
Yeah, she showed me one time what she was going to get paid, and I think you guys did something to her, and she lost it. But she told me that she still would get a check. So these checks were being mailed to the house, I guess. And I think one time she got a check for 300 or something. But what really ticked me off was when I went over there and Jason was just talking, and he said that, oh yeah, she's making money on, she made a couple of $100. I said, oh really? And how much did she put to the side for me? You know what I mean? And he was like, no, she used it for medication.
Well, did you think that was weird that they would say that they're YouTube famous and Twitch famous when they don't, there's bigger channels than that. It's, they kept on saying that they were YouTube famous. I didn't understand that.
It wasn't even that. Shanny was always saying that she saw people following us in the supermarket. Of course, I never saw them because I was like, they won't do that while I'm here because they know how I am. So she would say, oh, somebody was just looking in the house, looking at us. Let's get out of here real quick. And she would always be paranoid. But I recently found out that people with BPD have tendencies of hallucinating and believing that everybody's stalking them. So that might have something to do with her BPD or whatever, BPD or whatever.
Aries, it's all good in the hood because I have an Ad Bay Ockerblay. So she ain't getting nothing.
Because I can't handle this world anymore. I can't take care of myself. I recognize that I can't take care of myself.
Oh, one more thing, man. She has a green screen behind her right now, right?
Yeah.
She also left a nasty stain-covered, like a oily stain-colored green screen at your place too, right?
No, that green screen there, that's a green-blue screen because on the other side is blue. That one's actually decently clean, but it smells like mold though. If you would have it near you though, it smells like mold. I could have got that too if I wanted.
I thought there was one at your place though too.
The green screen?
Yeah, or that's yours?
No, that's mine. That's mine.
Oh, okay. They just look similar. I thought maybe she left it because you said this is her room when you were showing those like a green screen and then like a bunch of stuff in the corner.
I told her when they went to the hotel room that whenever she makes a YouTube video, she should have the green screen there and then have a background on there so nobody knows that she's in the hotel. But then I found out that and I really do believe this about Shanny, that Shanny was emailing people and telling people where she was. Like she wanted people to know where she was and feeding them information.
Yeah, well, apparently some of the people that would donate to them, you know, they would say, can you get us food, deliver food to the house? And people would be like, okay, I'll pay for it. Give me the address. And then Red would be like, okay, thanks, brother. Ha, 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 ha. And like, you know, but he gave out the address. So that's kind of how I know a lot of people found out.
They're stupid. They're stupid. That's what they are. They're dumb.
But gullible.
Because everything's such a fucking struggle. Like, even lifting my arms fucking hurts. My arms even fucking hurt to lift. But I'm gonna be going to the hospital and getting checked into it.
For what reason? There's no
reason. She can go to the hospital. She can go to ER and she'll be out of there in a day or two.
This pain, this lack of cognitive ability.
Like, does she actually think that people just get everything for free?
She believes that somebody's going to donate, feel sorry for her and donate to her. That's what she believes. Because she told me the same thing. And then I would go there with a little thing of Delta 8. And then she would go from being this to being her hyper sarcastic self all over again. She's full of it.
So you're saying tomorrow, you're talking tomorrow, Tuesday.
At 11 a.m., they're gone. Drag has the number I gave Drag the phone number to the owner of the hotel.
Okay.
And he's in contact with them. If anything changes, he'll tell y'all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, of course, Drag has been doing this a lot longer than I have, and you know, we have, you know, a lot of us have a thing, you know, us long creators have etiquette, you know, where I'm not going to step on no toes. If it's, you know, if he's handling it, he's going to handle it.
I don't know. I talked to Drag today, and it sounds like he actually wants to help them. I ain't saying he said he was going to. He sounds like he wants to help them. He sounds like he wants to help them. I don't know what he wants to do.
I think when people deal with this, you know, and when you're a parent, you know, it's like a lot of people are saying in the chat, people pity them. It's like pity, you know, like how pathetic you two are. You think that like the world owes you something.
If I showed up tomorrow and I told them, look, I'll give you shelter, I'll give you food, and I'll do all this other stuff and whatnot, nothing will change. They won't look for a job. They won't do anything different. They'll be back to doing the same stuff that they were doing before. That's why I'm taking a hard stance that I'm taking.
I can understand Rev not wanting to work because he's never worked in his life. But why Shanny? Shanny has had a couple of not good jobs, but she has worked before. She can work from home. Like, I don't understand.
I think it's a religious, spiritual thing with them. I don't think they believe in it. I don't think they believe in it.
So right now, they have a laptop to do these streams?
Yeah. Shanny's the only one with anything expensive these days. Rev ain't got nothing no more. He gave everything up.
Yeah, he gave
everything.
He gave
everything now.
He gave the son that he kicked the laptop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what I was saying before. So the police report said that they were fighting about that you know, Keanu Reeves movie, and she said that there was a scene that she didn't like, and then he was talking to the boy, and she threw a bag of Tostitos chips at his head, and then he freaked out. That's what it says in the report. Now, it sounds like she would be baiting him to, you know, to push at them. This way, she could say, oh, he did something abusive. Do you know why it took so long between the time it happened and then like a couple days later, the younger one called?
Nope.
Like, what was
my first time hearing about this?
Yeah, so like the report and when it happened are days apart. It was like 3 or 4 days later. And I never understood like what happened. Was Shanny just, she let it go and then she thought about it, or she was just like, I want him gone? Because a lot of people think that either she wanted to, throw him in jail.
You're talking about the night. You're talking about the night when Jason kicked Zachary.
Kicked Will. Yeah. Or yeah,
Zachary.
Yes.
This is what I believe happened. I believe that Shanny did what she always does. She cut off his nuts, and he allowed it to happen. And instead of him taking it out on her, he went in there and he took it out on Zachary. That's what happened. Okay. I really believe that's exactly what happened. As a matter of fact, he admitted to a certain degree that that's what happened. He said that that he got mad and that Zachary said something, and he went in there to deal with him, but he was so angry at this point that he kicked him.
Evangeline says it was 48 hours apart. Okay, so 2 days, but still, there was time. It wasn't like a right away thing.
But the only reason Shanny accepted him back into that house, the only reason she accepted him back is because of the promise I made to Jason regarding that house. That is the only reason she accepted him back.
So if tomorrow, you got, I don't know, 150 grand for the house, and you gave them like 20, 30,000. Here you go.
If I gave them 10,000, because I'm never giving
or
them
10,000,
30.
If
I gave them 10,000 or something like that.
Start your life. I'm out. So Shanny would just take it all.
No. I would give it to Jason, tell Jason what to do, give him some conditions, and then when he got it, I think what will happen is that she'll wait until the money is gone, and then one day he's gonna be sleeping and she's gonna be gone. Like, she literally wants to make this guy completely penniless, like to the bone marrow. She wants everything that he has, and then she doesn't want to sell anything. Like, she's not making the same sacrifices she's asking everybody else to make for her.
So Rev literally has nothing. He has no possessions anymore.
He has that Cadillac. That's it.
Wow.
That's
all those magic cards, all those pajama things he had, all those expensive. You say he gave you his lightsabers. Like,
I will publicly say this, that when he sees the light and he gets away from her, if he wants some of that stuff back, I'll give it to him free of cost. I'll just give it to him. But he's got to. And mind you, it's gonna take more than some YouTube video. I want proof. Like, I want proof that that's true. I'll gladly give him that stuff back, because I got a lot of that stuff. I'll get right back. I don't know about the lightsabers, because I like the lightsabers, but the other stuff I'll get back to him. Do
they smell? Do the items smell?
One of the laptops that I have still has that hookah deep cigarette smell to it, and I've tried using alcohol and everything to get it off, and I can't.
Yeah, that carpet.
No. Now I know what I can give Drag. I have wires that I had from when I went there the first time. That's what I have.
Hey, Nick.
And those wires actually have the original smell on it.
I can't remember anything, really.
Wait a minute, Draven, can you mute this a minute? Could you put that comment back up there again? Could you put that comment back up there again for me, please?
Yeah. Let me go find. So
Gman knew about the child thing and whatnot.
Yeah.
How so, Nick James? How so, Nick James?
You're saying you just didn't believe it. That's what that's your claim to.
I was told certain things about Colorado, and whenever I saw something in the house, I said something at the top of my lungs sometimes.
And you never were in Colorado. You never went to Colorado, right? You only met them in PA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think maybe
in Pennsylvania?
Maybe at the time, like you weren't there. You were just.
I wasn't there when any of that stuff happened, because if I did, I would have called the police. I wasn't there for any of that. The only thing I was there for is a couple of times when he verbally said some things, not just to the kids, but to her too, and to me. Actually, come to think about it.
Well, what did you think, though, when Shanny got arrested that one time for smacking him? I mean, the kids were there.
You're
in
talking
Colorado.
about you talking about when they got in an argument over me when they was watching Detective Pikachu? You talking about that?
Yeah. And he wanted the Baja Blast. I'm just saying, what did you think at that moment?
Shanny's very controlling. That's all it is. Shanny's very controlling. See, you got to understand something. Shanny doesn't believe that that red stuff is red stuff. That's her stuff. She works for all of that. That's all her possessions. The only time that she gets smart about talking about that stuff is when you get legal with her. Then all of a sudden it's his stuff.
So does their father, Doug, does he know what's happened? Does he know that his children are in foster care?
Who's Doug? Wait a minute, Doug is the first husband, right?
The first husband, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know nothing about him. Yeah. Y'all know more about that guy than I do. I don't know nothing about him.
She said he was an alleged meth head, so who knows? I was just wondering if the guy even knew what was going on.
I'll tell you something embarrassing. If Chris came to if her ex-husband Chris came down from Duluth to PA to come and get her, she'd drop Jason like a bad habit. She'd drop him like a bad habit. I assure you of that. I can guarantee that.
So, I mean, so you're basically saying it's just dealing with them this year, actually dealing with them, seeing them on a one-on-one basis, smelling the house, smelling them, and then seeing how with the kids, how that was turning out. You realized, oh my God, this actually is going on. That's when I really
started seeing what people were talking about the most was when Rev turned down that job. And then I was constantly getting teased on YouTube when people was assuming that I wasn't getting on him about the job thing and whatnot. And everybody from my sister to my brother said, was like, you should just go on YouTube to tell people what just happened. Can't do that. So there's a lot of stuff I got on them about.
Yeah, because
I have controlling tendencies too. And I want things done a certain way. So I told them straight up that as long as you're here, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. And whenever you feel like you want to do it, get out. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's just the optics were bad. I mean, you gotta
I was also at war with you guys too, though. You gotta remember that I was at war with the reaction channels.
Yeah, and I know, and like I said, I've been there where someone who particularly doesn't like you is actually telling you the truth, and it becomes a big old mess. I've seen it, and it's it's unfortunate because these kids have to deal with that, and like I said, it really bothers me that she's having her older son make videos with him on Skype or whatever, like being like, my mom, they did the best she can, and Rev can't work, he'll beat up somebody at work. Did you hear that audio?
He's made that claim in front of me too. I don't need to hear the audio. He made that claim in front of me too.
That Red would beat up a coworker?
Yeah, and I told him he's full of cockeye because he can't even beat Shanny. So
yeah, Shanny's huge.
yeah, you can't even beat Shanny. He's weak. He's very frail, and he couldn't really hurt nobody, to be honest, unless he has a weapon.
And so when they came in, was there ever a plan? Let's get a job. Let's try to get on some sort of support, counseling, all the stuff that she says that they have.
Me and you are similarly aged. We're not the exact same age or whatever. Have you ever had somebody live with you before?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Have you ever had somebody sell you a bag of goods before they lived in with you before? That's what they did with me. Because what they did is that they came in there saying that they was going to look for jobs, that they was going to apply for TRA, they was going to get Social Security, CPS is going to help them, and all this other stuff and whatnot. And then, like I said, they never wanted to get out the bed. They always complained they didn't have gas. Even when I filled up the gas tank, they pretended to go down there, you know what I mean, and apply for stuff, and they never did it. They're full of it.
Now, I don't know if you know, because you kind of said before.
And Shanny ain't never getting those kids back, because if they don't get an income coming in, they'll never get those kids back ever. And I don't think they want them back. But anyway, go ahead.
What Six Drops is asking, if Shanny doesn't have the guardianship because she had to sign over the rights, was she legally able to use that recording? Because I don't think it's a two-party state in PA.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because I wasn't friends with them when that video was obviously made, so I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, that you probably didn't know, but it just don't look good for her. So
now, are you aware that I didn't start this? That Shanny started this? Are you aware of that?
Start what? The fight?
This back and forth that I'm having with them, because she made a video claiming that I gave her a death sentence. You know what I mean? And that you know that she didn't know where she was going to be and whatnot. All I was going to do was cut the money in half.
Yeah,
they would have still had more money coming to them than what they're getting presently right now, begging people for money and whatnot.
Nick James has just donated $4.99 through Super Chat. I'm at work, was on lunch. You did know Gman and you lied for Shanny and Jason a lot.
You did know
you
G-Man,
once told GP Jason had a better job than him. Be mad, Gman.
Jason had a better job.
I don't know, gentlemen.
Jason had a better job than him.
Yeah.
Be mad, G-Man. Nick James, stop smoking the crack, dude. Stop smoking the crack.
Oh,
I'm sure he appreciates the $4.99 super chat. I'm sure he appreciates that, but no.
Dude, you gotta.
They're dying to put me in the same category with me knowing this stuff and whatnot, but they're having an argument with the wrong person about morality, so I suggest they drop it.
Well,
they're having an argument with the wrong person about morality, man.
Like I said, man, it's just it's the optics, the optics of how everything. You know, I think you can understand that, just the way everything kind of played out.
And some people think that this is fake between me and Shanny and Rev. Oh, this ain't fake. This ain't fake. See, I'm offended by the fact that they know full well that I got to get surgery, that I'm not going to be working for a little bit, and then they still think that I'm supposed to magically come up with this money and keep sending it to them so that they can pay for that room.
So that's what that was about, that you need to get surgery, and you said you can't, because I know you said you can't pay as much money, but you didn't really go into
details. You guys see the stream on Drag's channel, the members only stream? You can go look on there, and I show everybody the text messages and how she got mad at me because I told her that I'm not going to be able to send them the money no more. And then she completely went off on me. And honestly, it was a combination of a bunch of things in which I just had enough. And I don't particularly like being used. See, this seems this is very similar to what Indigo pulled with me when she was when I met her over there in Baltimore. Then had the nerve to call me up and wanted to get back into the hotel room to get her stuff. And I did the exact opposite. I told the hotel guy to lock her out, throw that stuff in the garbage, and don't let her back in the room. Because everything was in my name.
Well, I remember seeing that video. They kind of.
I was mad as I don't know what when that happened.
Yeah, well, like the boyfriend was outside and everything.
Apparently, GP said that they was going to shank me or rob me or I forget what the term is called that he used. But basically, I was supposed to be doing something with Indigo, and then I was going to fall asleep and they was going to run my pockets or whatever, and then do whatever they was going to do or whatever. Now, obviously, GP didn't know the real reason I was up there for. It had nothing to do with the stuff that that Indigo was talking about or what those people assumed or whatever. Because once I got suspicious of her, you know what I mean? Everything slept with me. I was very close, and I had one eye open and one eye closed, so to speak. You know? Once I begin not to trust somebody, man, it's
Okay, so you can say though with the chat that you do regret, you know, not looking into some things further. As far as I'm saying, can you agree that maybe like you should have looked into some things further? Maybe if you were on better terms with some people, because I don't know anything about the Gentleman Pioneer. I know that he's kind of a troublemaker.
Nick James has just donated $4.99 through Super Chat.
A troublemaker.
Just like Gman never said he gives Shanny the okay to call Merce Parker the N-word. Why I have the clip Gman as a fake.
But as far as like knowing Shanny and Rev, like I said, I've known about them on YouTube for a while. We spoke on the phone. We've done Skype calls. You know what I mean? I thought I had a pretty good grasp of who they were. What I didn't understand was this manipulation that Shanny does and how weak I was at it.
All right,
and I'm still weak at it. I'm still trying to learn about this stuff.
Do you still talk to GP, Gentleman Pioneer? I don't really know him that well. I know he's just kind of weird.
I have him on my Skype. If he has anything he wants to say to me, he can say it on my Skype. But no, we don't talk on the phone no more because he was being a fake friend as far as I was concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've lost everything in my life, everything. Like, when I say I have nothing to live for, that's what I mean. It's like, I got nothing. And I barely have anyone. I don't got a support structure at all. I feel alone.
And that's your fault.
Time.
I mean, you know, Gman, I just think that, like, you know, sometimes people, they feel like maybe, you know, you were sticking up for your friend, but even like a little bit ago when you said that thing about burnt toast, it was just out of character, out of line, you know.
What did I say about burnt toast? What did I say about burnt toast?
You were gonna end her. You were gonna like take a pew pew and pew pew.
Oh yeah, I was hot. I was definitely hot. Because here's the thing. Some of these people on YouTube take things too far and they don't know when to stop. And then I didn't have the understanding that I have right now either. You know what I mean? So when people are coming at you and you believe that they're wrong and they won't stop, sometimes you come to the mindset where it's like, well, there's only one way to deal with them.
Yes, the Lubis. Yeah, I get that. But you definitely are sorry for that though, right? I mean, now you know that's not cool.
Well, I don't even make videos about her no more.
Yeah.
I don't make videos about her no more. I don't make videos about a lot of people in this community no more. If I feel like somebody's being a jerk on here and wants to make stuff up and whatnot, now I just turn them into what they're attempting to turn to me. I'll turn them into a lowest code faster than they'll turn me in one. Because now I know the power of these apps I can get on my phone that I can use. I know how to make my little memes and everything.
And I'm feeling extremely sick lately, just so sick. Low energy, constant pain, constant itching.
Well, like I said, I just try to like make it put into terms that you can understand. That's why people get mad, you know. I understand people, they get into your real life, they can, you know, go far, but I think death is, you know, too far.
You know what I think is regarding these guys too? Shanny's always talking about like the moon and the sun and the solar flares and everything, and talking about how she believes the end is coming and everything. I think that they're just trying to exist until like the end times happen, until Christ comes or whatever. Of course, that's extremely simple. But anyway, I think they're just trying to exist.
You think she actually believes that? Like, do you actually think she actually has a concept of religion? Because I don't. Yep. I think it's all bullcrap. Yep. I think she uses religion as a shield.
No. She has one, but it's catered to her. It's catered to her likes and her desires. There's no Shanny submit to Christ. There's Christ submitting to her.
Yeah.
That's the kind of mentality that she has. The mentality is she's making God in her own image rather than worshiping him, you know, according to what we learned about in scripture. Because she did that, she wouldn't be a Christian. Because she don't agree with a lot of she don't agree with Jesus on a lot of things. She just don't.
Yeah, and you know, like I was saying to you before, like, you know, I definitely have different opinions on how a lot of things went down by me watching it, and that's how I feel, and I know that's how my audience and my chat feels. But I could still have a conversation because if I like it or not, you actually were there when the camera was off and all that stuff, and I don't know.
All I know is you got to remember a lot of times when these videos are made on their channels, a lot of that stuff is pre-planned, improvised, and a lot of that, and a lot of it's acting. So you just got to get past all of that and see what's really going on there.
I'm falling apart at the seams. falling apart, and I want to ask the believers in God out there to please pray for me and Jason.
Well, you know what? At least those cats will get out of there tomorrow.
Let me say something about this. I think for like the last, some people are going to get offended by what I got to say here, but I think they're going to understand. I would say for like the last 10 to 12 days or whatever, she was just sucking. No. Last 2 weeks, she's been sucking up to the 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks that she's been sucking up to the atheist community and bashing Christians on the internet. And now that she sees that she's going to be thrown in the street, now she wants us to pray for her. Like she flip-flops like Brett Keane does. You know what I mean? And that's why I can't take none of this stuff seriously anymore. Some people there are some people out there that might be looking at me saying, Gman, you're being mean and that you should, see what you can do to help them. I tried helping them.
Yeah, why?
They were living like kings and queens. I don't care what they say. They were living like kings and queens in terms of like the food that they were eating and all the stuff I spoiled them with. You know what I mean? But they didn't want to take advantage of that and do something with themselves. Because if I had that opportunity, please.
Yeah, but don't you think they'll never learn if everyone's gonna keep giving them a handout? Right? No, they're never gonna learn.
They're never gonna learn. And I am in agreement with the reaction community now that people need to just stop dealing with them until they start doing for themselves. And I ain't the only one. Veckel and several other Christians that are following all of this as well are saying the same thing now. They're just getting tired of this. The same old with her all the time.
At least the cats will be safe tomorrow. I can't believe, I find it so hard to believe that they. How do you know that there's cat crap in the in the bathtub?
When I was there, when I went there one time, I went to go peek in it because first time in the hotel or whatever, and I wanted to see in the room or whatever. And I wanted to see how the place looked, and I went in the bathroom. I moved the shower curtain because I'm extremely nosy, and then in the tub there was poop all over it. It was cat poop all over the place.
And you didn't freak out and go, what the hell? You guys just lost your kids and look how you're living. Like, I don't know, man.
I said something to them about it. I told them that they should probably get that up. And then you got to remember, the way they left the house was a lot worse than what that hotel room was looking like. So they didn't really shock me.
So do they have food for those animals?
They're just dirty. They're just dirty people. Huh? Do
they have food for those animals?
When I went there, they had a bag of cat food. No, that's not true. I took them to Dollar General. What was that? Family Dollar. Yeah, it's Dollar General. It's across the street. I took them over there and I bought like a bag of cat food and some canned cat food for them.
Okay.
But they had food there. They had like bread there and they had a couple other things there.
Yeah, but don't cats need more than that besides some canned stuff? And then there's some dry stuff and I
bought all of that when I went there.
What are they using
a lot of
times out of?
Like a lot of times when I take them shopping and I tell them to get what they want, Reva stopped me because he wants to make sure I got enough to get him a pack of cigarettes. Because he's paranoid that I don't got like $8 to go get him a pack of cigarettes or whatever. I'm like, dude, if you want cigarettes, just ask for it.
Hey, Jen. No, the Durango did not get repoed. Not yet. But Gman just said there is no auto insurance on either one of the vehicles. But that section of PA, the police are kind of lax on the rules. I guess they'll give them a couple of breaks, stuff like that.
They don't have any money to pay for that stuff. But let me ask you something. Where did you guys hear that the uncle was receiving money to give to him all the time? Because I talked to the uncle. The uncle never said nothing like that.
I heard about that a while back, and what I think got misconstrued because you just said that he'll just give it out of his own pocket. $200. Here you go. Whatever. Yeah. And I think that's where the confusion was. I think that was said to somebody, but then it came back. Well, his sister put him in charge, because I can't believe Rev's own mother would let him have that much money, knowing that Rev never had a job a day in his life, and trust that he's going to do the right thing with it.
Well, actually, in Jason's defense, before he got involved with Shanny, he was doing just fine with that money. He wasn't taking care of that house at all, but he was responsible. He knew he had a certain amount every month. Like, I went through his papers. I knew what he was spending every month. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And how he was investing his money in businesses. Problem is he got involved with Shanny, and Shanny made him real loose with his money. Real loose with his money. And he started spending it like a dummy. And that didn't actually happen, believe it or not, until they got into Colorado when they left Pennsylvania. Because when they went to Pennsylvania, he was in control of what he was doing with his money. When they went to Colorado, that's why I believe the video part when Rev with the video I uploaded today, when he yelled at her and he said that you spent $700,000, because when he had Wet Brain, she was going through his money like crazy. Like, he would give her permission to do certain things with the money, but I don't think he was like all there or whatever. That's why when the house was given to me, and mind you, no paperwork or none of that stuff was signed, I had to talk directly to him before I got into the house. He keeps talking about me breaking into the house. That's nonsense. That's nonsense.
That is what
I had
they
to
said.
talk to him.
You had to ask the neighbor.
No. This is what happened. I showed up there on the Uber. I called them on the phone and told them that I finally got there. They knew I was going there, and I have all of this stuff in text messages to prove it. And this is why I wanted to take them to court, because I could prove all of this stuff. But they told me that I can go there and go look at the house or whatever, because I never owned one before, and I like to know what I'm getting involved with or whatever. And when I got out the Uber, I'm one black man, and that whole entire block is city people, judges, lawyers, doctors, and police officers. One of them who happened to live directly across the street. I want you to picture this now. According to them, I just broke in and went into that house. Get the heck out of here. In the middle of a commonwealth where everybody owns guns? Yeah. That never happened. I had to call Jason. I had to get permission to get a locksmith. The locksmith would not do it for me because I was not the owner of the house and I didn't have a deed or nothing like that. So I had to call him and get permission to actually break the window to be able to put my hands in there and do what I had to do. Because I told him that all of the ACs was on in there and whatnot, and they wasn't cut off. And then it turned out after I talked to them that them things was on for 4 straight months. This is the first time I got the house. They're full of caca with that. That's why whenever you hear me ask them to prove what they're saying is true, they can't never do it. Because they know all I'm going to do is show everybody the text messages. They're full of it. Right, broke in there.
Okay, 2 questions. One's from the Lubis. What's up? He says, do you know how long Shanny was in Rev's house before they left for Colorado?
They were together for about a couple of months. And he was very how can I put this? He was very I saw one video that she sent me in private, and he was very aggressively abusive, I guess, with the stuff that was coming out of his mouth, because he owned 2 guns and he was talking about using them to kill her. He told me that like I'm talking about a couple of months ago. He told me, a couple of months ago, he told me that when she came down from Minnesota and she came to see him and everything, that that at first he didn't want her to come in there. You know what I mean? But then she worked her way into the house, and then he broke up with her several times. But she said she's not going to go nowhere because of squatter rights or squatters laws, and she had nowhere to go or whatever. So he didn't do anything or whatever. And she told me the reason why they went to Colorado was because the reason why he was drinking is because the house reminded him of his mother. And that's why he was drinking. That's what she told me.
That's what she said.
He told me it was that, and also the fact that they wanted to get certain substances, but they wanted to go somewhere where it was legal, and it was going to be in Colorado. And they was very impulsive when they went and did that, because they left their wallets there, they left their IDs there. You would think that they were still living there. They didn't take nothing with them. Everything was there.
That's kind of what they do. Yeah. Oh, okay. Jellybean asks, do you know if the uncle will be leaving Jason his estate, or does the uncle have his own kids to worry about?
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but that house that the uncle has, Jason gave him that house.
Jason gave the uncle that house.
Jason gave his uncle that house.
That house.
Yeah. So he's in the process of trying to sell it. That house is in really bad shape. Isn't it ironic? but the beams that's holding up the first floor or whatever, or the roof that's over it are actually crooked, and they look like they're gonna fall down. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on that place, but he's in the process of actually trying to sell that place.
Yeah, it's probably from Shanny's fat ass.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying every time she's in a place, man, it's like the foundation's like leaning to the side. I'm sure that's no coincidence.
All I know is
Please
that
pray for us.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, here, go ahead. All you know is
No. All I know is that these two ain't trying to do nothing for themselves, and I'm done with them.
Because we don't know where we're going. We don't know where we'll be. And I know I'm very scared. And I know he is too. Like, I am scared. Because I know how sick I am.
Yeah, you're sick. Sick, all right. Sick in the head.
I know how sick I am. You go to the bathroom just walking, just maybe 10, 12 feet, and you're so out of breath.
All right, that's from being overweight, though.
She's not out of breath. She's not itching. She's not going through none of that stuff. She's soliciting funds. That's what she's doing right now. None of that's true.
I actually have a question.
Yeah.
I heard that she was 5'10", about 450, 500 pounds. On the police report, she put that she was 5'3", 300 pounds.
No.
You've been around her.
Shanny's about 6. About
6 foot?
It's about 6 foot, or I would say around like well, actually, without her shoes on, she's taller than me, and I'm 5'11". Everybody keeps joking around about how tall I am. I know I'm 5'11". She's and that's what the doctors are telling me I am. You know what I mean? After they measure me and everything, and they weigh me and everything. But with her, she looks like she's about 6 foot, maybe 6'1".
Okay.
And she weighs probably anywhere between 350 to about maybe 425, I think.
Okay, so Simply Krista asks, what's up, Krista? Did the owner comment about the smells coming permeating from the room? You know?
You talking about the
motel
in the hotel? Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
What did he
say? I believe when I was recording that call, no, that's right, that was the second call. I think I recorded it. I gotta find it. If I can find it, no, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll call him again and I'll ask him what the smell was like or whatever, because I think I recorded it when I called back the second time about how the room smelled. Because he says that when you walk right past it, you can smell the fumes coming out the room.
Oh,
but the door will be shut and you can smell it.
Foul. Okay. After the rain asks, can you please ask Gman if he thinks Shanny misses her kids? Your own personal opinion.
No.
Okay, same here. I don't think she misses them for a second. She only brings them up for sympathy.
Jason definitely doesn't. That's for sure.
I know. When he said that, oh, we decided. I'm like, screw you, dude. You didn't decide nothing. That was never his kids. You know?
Yeah. Jason doesn't miss them. He's always wanted it to just be them two from day one.
Yeah. But like it sucks when there's a kid involved. All right, well that's good. I just want to make sure,
So he ain't no real man. Anybody who's a real man would look at a woman that's got kids if you're going to be involved with them and say, look, you're interesting and everything and whatnot, but you got kids and these ain't my kids and I'm just not really all that interested. Say that in the beginning, but he didn't do that. So,
do you know why they never got married? I mean, you know how they always talk like that's my husband, my wife, but they're not legally married, and there is no common law marriage.
She would lose her food stamps, and I can't wrap my mind around that, because if you just came into like all of this money, like Shanny's got, like, okay, I'm going to be taking care of the rest of my life. Why do you care about food stamps every month?
So she had food stamps this whole time, even when they had
yes,
when they had money.
Yes.
What? Okay, I didn't know that. I thought they just recently came into it. So when she had all that money, they were collecting.
They wasn't married, so they was able to get them stamps. So.
Oh, because that was Rev's money. Oh, they were double dipping. That's such fucked up bullshit. Oh, that is so messed up. Yo, I also heard that they were trying to collect twice in Colorado and PA. You know anything about that?
When they was at the uncle's, I think y'all brought that up, and then they said something about it, and they was trying to transfer. Well, this is what they told me. They were trying to transfer the money that they were getting for Colorado to just getting it in PA. But apparently they was getting money from two different places, though. You know what I mean? And I think that's why was it CBS? Somebody got them in trouble over that or whatever, I think.
You know, it's really
that
messed
was
up.
Right around the time when they started talking to me about coming to the house, which I think was their plan from day one. Now I'm looking back at it.
It's just so messed up because they're just using it. You know, they didn't they had all that money and she was still collecting. Mm-hmm. It really is. It is messed up. You know, because there's people that actually really do need it.
But if you look at their relationship in the beginning of it, when they first went to Boulder, Colorado, and he developed Wet Brain, the only person spending money is Shanny. She's the only one spending money.
Did you know he was going through Wet Brain?
Did he know he was going through it? Yeah.
Did you know? Not him.
Oh, did I know? Yeah. I didn't even know what the heck that mess was. All I know is that they gave me a house. When I got on the phone with him, he spoke fine. As a matter of fact, when I spoke to him on the phone, he sounded very similar to the way he talks now. The thing was, though, I was supposed to wait until he recovered from whatever he was going to go through or whatever. And I was supposed to wait for a couple of other things. And then they was going to travel from Colorado back to PA. And then we was going to do the paperwork and everything. I didn't know that I didn't need them to leave Colorado. I didn't know all of that until later. But that's what they was telling me. They told me this to take care of the place or whatever. I could stay there. You know what I mean? And
why did he give that to you? Why did he sell you the house for $1? Not to cut you off, because I keep thinking about that, then I forget to ask. So,
well, I got a couple of. Well, okay, this is what he told me. He told me that God told him to give me the house. Okay, I believe that. Well, the first time, that's the reason why they gave it to me. They wanted to do something nice for me because I was doing what I was doing with the G podcast and all of that. Plus, they thought the house is a piece of garbage. That's what they really do mean that. They thought the house is a piece of garbage, right? Apparently they don't know a whole lot about houses. They don't know a lot about construction at all. But I think that the second reason that they gave it to me, besides the scam, was because they had the reputation of being racist on here, right? People was constantly calling them racist because of what she was doing with me and Life of a Free Spirit and a couple of other people. And I think that they gave it to me. They gave it back to me because they wanted to stop being looked upon as being racist on the internet. And the other reason I think was that they was trying to get me to fix everything up and pay all these liens and everything, so I would pity them and give it back to them, which was not going to happen.
Okay.
Also, they also probably gave it to me too because they was about to lose it too, because when I went back there and I saw it, there was a whole bunch of papers on the door saying they was getting ready to condemn it again. The grass was so tall it reached the door. I can show you a picture on my other phone if I had it. The grass is really tall. They was not taking care of the place. The backyard door was open that goes into the kitchen, and there was poop all over the place. Like I think cats and raccoons was going in there, and they were pooping all over the place and whatnot. And I think that they tried to sell it, but they couldn't because they learned about the liens. Because some people in the neighborhood was telling me that that there was an occasion where the police was there and they kicked the door in or something like that. And then the second time, they said that there was a realtor there trying to sell it, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, what is it? Shanny made a claim that, you know, she's like, Gman can't pay his taxes, so he'll never be able to sell the house because he owes $10,000 in taxes. Did you hear about that? Any truth to that?
Can I see the clip of that?
Yeah, I mean, I can find it for you.
Could you get that clip? Because I like to see that.
Yeah, I'll show you that. But yeah, she said that you couldn't pay your taxes. I just have to. Guys, if you know which one,
believing that. I have difficulty believing that. So let me see the clip on that.
Yeah, well, like I said, dude, anything I say, it's it's on her Twitch. In one of her videos, she was just like, "Good luck with him trying to do that. He owes money in taxes." Okay, and PF Oz asks, ask him if he's better off financially now since knowing Rev.
No,
than he was before.
No. I have to catch up a lot right now. No, I am not better off financially. I have a net worth now that I got that place, but no, I am not. But can I afford to pay the taxes? Yes, I can. And I have receipts to prove it.
And somebody asked before, are those Rev's old headphones that you're wearing?
No, I actually bought these at Jerides. I bought these at Jerides.
But you
cheap
actually
headphones. These
you actually have something of Rev and Shanny's, right? Like some of the you said you have some of their stuff, right?
Well, the headphones, I got some headphones that he paid like $200 or $300 for. I got this microphone that he had that he paid like $1,000 something for. I have a laptop sitting over there that he's paid like $1,000 for. I have a bunch of things.
Yeah, one of those Alienware laptops. Is that what you're talking about?
I'll show you. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I'll show you.
Crazy. Once I think I know more about this story, there's more twists and turns. But I don't know if I gotta roll in the in the mud to find the truth. I'll find it, damn it.
You there?
Yes.
Yeah, this one right here. It's heavy. What?
Yeah, okay, Asus.
This is the Alienware gamer laptop. And the funny thing is, you can still smell, and I've washed this down with alcohol, peroxide. I washed this down with soap and water, and you can still smell the cigarette and the Delta and all that stuff in this thing.
Can you say squirt? I'm sure that's what that is.
I don't know what the heck is in that thing. All I know is you can still smell it. And a lot of the wires that I have, you can smell like a lot of that fungus mold mess that's on the wires. Like, you got to smell it to understand what I'm talking about. It's like weird.
Yeah. No, that's okay. You think that's why they gave it to you? Why did he give that to you? Because you were just paying for stuff? And he's like, here you go, brother.
Well, this?
Yeah.
No. They like what I was doing on YouTube. They told me to go to the house. They said literally everything in it was mine. The only thing I had to do was get rid of his mother's pictures. This is what Shanny told me on the phone. I had to get rid of his mother's pictures, which I did not do. I put everything in an envelope and then I put it up. And I was hoping when they came back that mine would be different or whatever. I think you heard the story about the will and everything, what he did with a pencil and a piece of paper or whatever. And they told me to keep a couple of the microphone stands for them, which I thought was stupid because those things were cheap and compared to the other stuff that was there. But they gave me literally everything else. Even Shanny's old car was mine. And then what happened was, after me and Shanny got into that little thing about the little $50, rich by foot. After that little thing about the $50 with the phone incident, she started making claims that they never gave me anything. I was taking their property and those other garbage. But I got text messages that say something totally different, though. So she's full of it.
All right, one more thing before I play the video again. I want to know if you ever heard the rumor. And now this one's deep, man. Here, listen to this conspiracy theory. Shanny gave you the house because she knew in the back of her head that she was going to kick Rev out one day. And she was going to have him be in jail forever and then stay in the house with you.
That's possible. That's possible.
That's possible.
It wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, you wasn't there, but it was a weird thing, man. When he was thrown in jail, and then the kids started coming to me and embracing me, calling me daddy and all this other mess, talking about some this ain't the first time he's ever done this. And Shanny says, I need a man to stay here. You know what I mean? Because we're here by ourselves and we're afraid. And I went down upstairs. I got the first Uber I could and got the heck out of there. You know.
Bombshell asks, why didn't Jason detox off alcohol at a hospital like a normal person instead of at home where he could have passed? I mean, really, Shanny didn't know what was happening.
She's good at what she does.
Oh, so they never got into.
Plus, you got to remember something. Before Jason got involved with Shanny, he was into all these conspiracy theories. So, and they're both in Christianity according to them. So they have certain views about certain things. So he wasn't going to go to a program like that anyway, because they're against a lot of things.
Well, I know Revs did say that he said that him and his mother would never go to the doctor because they thought that the doctor was going to cut out their brains. They was going to do some crazy stuff to them. And yeah. I guess it's learned behavior from his mother. So his mother was like a wackadoo as well.
If you ever want to prove that that Shanny's responsible for a lot of the behavior that you see Jason having, go watch Nadia Chambers' Debate Coliseum, and go find the episodes where Jason showed up in there. Listen to him talk and have debates and conversations in that versus the way he is today. Just go listen to it. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll even see me and him arguing. And he knows how to hold his arguments. He knows how to stand up for himself. He knows how to do all of that. When he gets involved with her, man, it's like, ugh.
Do you think the kids are going to need some crazy years of therapy after all this? I mean, from what you've seen, the parts that you've seen?
I think when William turns 18, he's going to try to get a job and try to go see Shanny, and he's going to try to help her. Zachary, I don't know. Maybe.
So you don't think that the older one will ever make a YouTube channel and totally like destroy his mom?
No, he's not going to do that. I think what he's going to end up doing is getting a job and helping her. And I think that he has a means of making money. I think he does animation or something like that, where he can go online and he can make money that way. He says he was doing that in Colorado or something like that.
You know, it's really messed up in Colorado that most of the stuff that had to get left behind for both boys.
What did they leave over there? I saw the video. I didn't really see anything.
Well, like it
Teddy
looked
bears?
Well, it was like because I get them for my kids. They're called Super Mario plushies. So it's like all like those Super Mario figures, and they were like in this little kiddie pool, and it was like filled with them. And some of those plush animals are like $20, $30, $50, $100 a piece. Some of them. But and then there was like, you know, there was like a I think the guinea pig was in there in the older kids' room. And
well, the guinea pig they had with them. They brought the guinea pig with them to Pierre.
Well, I meant the cage.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't believe that the younger one, like they gave the autistic one a toilet. Like, why would they think that that's okay to do? Like, oh, okay, let's give him a toilet. He didn't know how to clean it, and Rev certainly wasn't helping.
Wait a minute. They gave Zachary a toilet for the room?
Well, he had a toilet in his room. And
then maybe
the bathroom light didn't work.
Then maybe Shanny's mother was telling the truth about them being on the floor then.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it. That video.
I watched some of it. I watched Irate Alex's a documentary type video he did on him. That's how I knew that they lied about the giving y'all permission to go into the places. I didn't know it until I actually watched it, because a lot of the stuff y'all was talking about, I never seen this stuff. So I'm looking at this stuff in its entirety now, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
She said, you guys can go in there and watch out for the popo. The next thing you know, when people went in there and they're like, ew, this is like kind of really nasty. And I mean, I'm sure you see now, you know.
I remember the video when they first moved in there, and she said, oh my God, look at this refrigerator, look at this, get this. And they were bragging about it when they first went in there and everything. But Jason got on here and told everybody a bold-faced lie when he said that all of the money went on them moving. That was a bold-faced lie. That was a bold-faced lie when he said that mess.
Well, if he would never have left in the first place and just stayed in PA and put some money into fixing the house, he could have had a nice house, paid off. What? What are you laughing? Are you
Because they wasn't going to fix that place. Like I said, when I went there the first time, the roof was caving. The roof had caved in. It's like you had the first part of the roof there, and then like the bottom part was already like this, and it already collapsed. And when you go inside the place, the kitchen roof was already on the ground. And then when you went upstairs, we went in the room that they would eventually stay in, that roof was on the ground. Then there was water dripping from the roof. Do you know how much work I had to do when I first went there? Please. And then they were living there when that happened. They were living there when that happened.
Oh yeah, that's right. You just said a couple months with the kids. With the kids,
they were living there in that condition. They were living there.
You didn't think like, hey man, how can you guys have kids living in this squalor?
Like, I don't know about all that. All I know is that when I went there, that place was getting ready to be condemned. There was signs on there saying that we're going to come here on X day or whatever. We're going to condemn it. And they told me to go there and do whatever I needed to do. It was my place. You know what I mean? And then I prevented the place from being condemned. And then the whole thing happened with the phone incident happened. You know what I mean? And then she went to try to say I broke in there and changing the whole story and everything. And when I saw a lawyer, the lawyer told me I had maybe like a 30 or a 40% chance of winning.
Oh, you're talking about when she was screaming at you and Red wasn't talking to you, and then your friend was there. And he was kind of like, be like, you know, like, why?
I made them look so stupid when they finally came to PA and they saw that place. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know you did all this G. I didn't know you did all this G. I told you.
Did they tell you why?
I mean? So,
like why there was holes in the ceiling? Did they ever say?
Well, he told me that he never fixed it, and he wasn't lying. He never fixed it. It was no oil. There was no oil in the furnace. I had to get the furnace fixed. I had to get the furnace cleaned. Like I did a lot, man. I did a lot when I first went there.
So you have to sit additionally on the toilet to catch your breath, and then you come back and you have to do the same.
Exactly,
like,
Brett.
I want miracles, and I just don't have the strength or will anymore to live. I really don't. It's gotten too hard.
What's gone too hard? She doesn't do a damn thing.
Okay, when are you guys gonna do a stream on what borderline personality disorder is? Because that's all this is. Tomorrow, when she goes to sleep and she wakes up, it's gonna be like, it's a good feeling to know you're alive. It's a happy feeling growing inside, and then when you wake up, ready to say,
well, it sounds more like bipolar.
Snappy new day.
I mean, to me personally, it sounds more like bipolar. I mean, BPD is not as common as Shanny likes to throw it around. The people have it, sure, but she just makes up these things. She never gets a proper diagnosis. I think if she did, that could help her.
But they did this like an hour after the owner told them that they had to go or whatever. So a lot of this stuff was improvised and planned. And you know what, Shanny, if you're watching this, I'll bet you $1 million that you said to Jason that okay, just don't worry about this, honey. Let me go to work.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet $1 million. That's what they said before they made this.
Well, I'm going to be watching tomorrow. I mean, usually I don't make earlier streams, but if Shanny makes a video, I'm definitely stream sniping.
You ain't got to. I'll give you the phone number right here. You can find out for yourself if you want. I don't care. Like I said, they played me. And let this be a warning to anybody on YouTube. Do not play me. Because if you do, you got a receipt coming. Well, yeah, okay, but you guys say that's not a receipt. You guys say it's not a receipt. So I'll put it to you this way. I'm not going to handle it very well. Let me give you the phone number. Let me give you the phone number.
That can go under the realm of personal information. Unfortunately, I would love to.
Well, Drag got it. He put it on his whatchamacallit. But would you like to see the text message that I gave Drag, where it says that your people, Jason, etc., are behind in the rent for the last few weeks? Can you call back? And I told them I'm not responsible for them.
Okay.
I got the guy's phone number right here. I'll give it to you right now.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. So Drag you already showed him. He already talked about it.
And by the way, $385 a week, not $380. $385 a week.
Okay, so probably 2,200 or 2,300.
Oh, they got me good. They got me good.
I hate when she just wipes snot all over her face. Oh, Gman, what is that thing on her forehead? What is it? Is it like a rash? I mean, have you been up close and personal to it?
You mean the zit? The zit?
No, not the zit where God touched her. There's like this red rash on her forehead. Like it comes down, looks like a hat brim. I don't know if it's hepatitis. I don't know what it is. It's like
I don't know.
You really have to look at it because it's a wild it's a wild rash she got there.
I don't know.
54 a day. Okay, thanks.
I busted my fucking ass my whole life.
By doing
and it always
what?
seems that I'm just surviving.
Well, you gotta understand something. She believes that YouTube's work. She believes that YouTube is work, and she believes that when she makes a video, she's working. You know what I mean? To make money or whatever. So if she's talking about getting up and cleaning and cooking and all that other stuff, she's full of it. But she looks at this YouTube stuff as work.
That's what it tells Shanny.
So this video right here ain't nothing but a bunch of this video here ain't nothing but with her just acting. That's all this is. This whole thing is her just trying to get an Academy Award. That's all this is.
And I see all these people, and it's like it's so easy for them. Life is so easy for them, and for me, it's always been such a fucking struggle.
No, that's bull. That's bull. Because it wasn't that long ago when you was in Colorado and you was walking around here claiming that you was a diva. It wasn't that. You know, I got to get this clip here. It wasn't that long ago when she was in Colorado claiming she was a diva, claiming she was better than everybody. They were making jokes about EBT cards. They were making jokes about poor people, calling people the N-word. She's full of crap. The reason why she's in the condition that she's in right now is because of poor decision making that she made with her money. That's why she's in the position that she's in. She's full of caca with the stuff she's saying right now.
And even that, by the way, does not sound right. You know, because you can't just have that much money taken from a stock market that much. You know, 300 grand. That's what she said that she was trying to claim that she lost 300,000 like all in one shot.
I wonder if she understands that if a man with money who she thinks is going to watch this and take care of her sees this, they're not going to feel sorry for her, and she's not going to win them to like be her husband or whatever by behaving like this. Because men, this is a turnoff. This is a major turnoff. I hope she understands that. If she has any womanhood in her at all, I hope she understands that. This is pathetic. How the heck you go from I'm a diva to you know what I mean? Come on.
Well, it's like you said, it's her performance art.
It's like you're trying to good, you're trying to good, you're on your way, and then fucking sabotage it.
So what's up with this? Is this like the motel's Wi-Fi? Is that why it's always like this?
Yeah. There's a lot of people on it at the same time.
But then why is Rev's videos able to work?
Because I think he's using a phone. He's using an iPhone, I think. Tell me his iPhone is working. His iPhone is the reason why he's able to stream.
But don't they have like a free phone or whatever you call it?
She's using well, actually, that's another story. I actually went to Metro PCS and I bought them a brand new phone. And they had it for like about 4 or 5 months and then they broke it. You know what I mean? And they still have the phone. And I was paying their bill. I was paying my internet bill. I was paying my phone bill and another phone bill for somebody else. My bill was coming out to $160 something a month. But I did the bare minimum. The heck out of here. I paid for their internet bill too. When they was over there. I paid for everything. Bare minimum my foot.
And it was like
that. This woman's in her 30s and she still hasn't understood that she has to get a job.
You know, I could have been a fucking amazing model. No, that was.
Well, you know, some people might say like, how did you not see that before? And I get it. You just you weren't around them.
I'm stupid, and I have no issue with that.
Did they promise you anything? Did they ever say, hey, we're gonna get this job by this date, and then we'll pay you back, blah blah blah? Like, was there anything?
No, they didn't promise me anything, but Rev kept talking about this sunglasses thing that he had, these vampire sunglasses stock he had or whatever, and he said that if it goes through, he's going to give me $1 million or something like that, or whatever. I never took that mess seriously, but the only reason I was helping
give you $1 million, really?
Yeah, when his stock came through with this sunglass thing or whatever, they made me like he claims he made me like a 50% or 60% owner or whatever because I was helping them. You know what I mean? And he can't even buy a loaf of bread. He's talking about somehow he got all the stock and whatnot. I got here. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, that's why, you know, it's like a slow train wreck. You know, you can't help but stare at it. And like, I guess after tomorrow, then that'll be it. No matter what happens. Unless
Shanny goes to work and convince that guy to let them stay. She's good. I'm sorry, but she's good at what she does. She's good.
But as far
she tricked me for a long period of time.
You said 1,500. She owes the guy 1,500.
Right.
Right. And the guy, and you spoke to the guy. You
called him on the phone because I thought he was gonna charge my card again, and I was like, no, they're responsible for their own right now. I'm not paying nothing.
No, did the owner, like, what was his opinion of them? Because I really didn't hear that. I was waiting there.
He felt sorry for them. He felt sorry for them because me and him got in an argument a couple of months ago about a company that works with them that gives you discounts. Like, you can call this agency and then they'll reduce the price as long as they or whatever. Anyway, that didn't go well. So I ended up losing the 3 something that I was supposed to give them, and then I had to pay an additional 3 something in order for them to stay there. And Shanny and Red didn't give me 5 cents toward it. They didn't give me a dime.
Well, you know what?
And according to her, she's making money on YouTube. Yeah, right.
This is about, all right, I'm 9 minutes in. I'm going to come back to this video. She actually made a video an hour ago. So let's check it out. Let's check it out together, I guess. Saying the...
on Twitch?
Yeah, she made a video an hour ago about the, what do you call it? The medical
That's the same video. Stuff. It's the same video, right?
It says that the medical industry sucks. Oh, it's only a minute. It's a minute 53.
Oh, that's because their internet ain't good. It's probably gonna break up a lot. Let's see it.
Man,
No, that was.
I mean, I guess you really can't take anything that they do personally because it's just like, whatever, you know.
For me, it's not always easy to tell if she's lying or not. Sometimes it's not easy, and it makes me want to go help them because I don't know if they're telling the truth or not. It's hard. For you, it's easy, but for me, this is not all that easy for me.
Well, she should have came to terms with this a long time ago, I think. I mean, you know, in my opinion, I mean, this is serious stuff that went down, and she's never. So I'm looking for it. She never came to terms with it.
Even if they kept that house, they would still be in the position that they're in right now because they couldn't afford to do anything. They would have condemned the place. As a matter of fact, they probably would have took them kids even faster, to be honest.
Yeah, which I think should have happened. I do 100%. But here we go.
Mm-hmm. She messed up her own hair. Come on, Shanny, you gotta do better than this.
Oh, you think she's doing that herself, making her hair look a little nasty?
She did that with her hands. Yeah, she did that herself, and it's obvious.
And snot and whatever. Ugh.
Well, let me hear. Let me hear what she says.
It seems to be acting a bit better.
What? She's butthurt.
Seems to be.
Still no shower, right, Kelly?
don't hear nothing.
Oh, they're saying, yeah. People are saying here. I'll stop the music. They're saying that she went to the hospital and she came back. I don't know why she's going to the hospital. She doesn't, she's not sick. She's just sick in the head. Damn,
they're gonna get
kind of, sorta. I just want to tell people that calling the police over here and getting me a mental evaluation didn't help shit.
I didn't do that.
It didn't help shit. At all. At all. All they did was drug me up.
She looks
with
it.
some Toradol and gave me a Benadryl. And I pretty much slept the whole day through. That's what happened. I didn't get locked up like you wanted to. I didn't have this massive amount of fucking drugs like you told them I had. I had none of that in my fucking room because I'm honest and I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, right. Oh god.
So she messed up her hair. She messed up her hair to go in there and sound normal, because she's like this, and then she's talking normal. Ay. Anyway, okay. Shanny, I hope you enjoy the Durango. Because after a day or two in that Durango in that cold, you trust me, honey, you're going to get a job, or Rev's going to get knocked out in the process. I probably shouldn't be laughing, but
somebody asked, you own the house legally, right? Like there's paperwork and all that.
Of course, yes, I do. Lawyers are involved in everything.
And she didn't want to do that, right? At first, she wanted to do like a handshake deal or whatever.
The first time it was a handshake deal. I'll never do that again in my life ever again. I'll never do a handshake deal with somebody again, ever again. If I go into something with somebody, they better get ready for paperwork, or I want something in writing or something, or I'm not going to be involved.
Kelly, the Durango is there, just like the Cadillac, but there's just no.
Just like I figured, the Durango's there. They're full of caca. Don't listen to Shanny and Rev. They're full of it.
Oh no,
they're full of it. I knew the Durango was there. They're full of it. Not your audience member. I'm talking about Shanny and Rev. They're full of it. Yeah.
Well, was she? Yeah. Oh no, they still have the Durango. Yeah. So they were trying to say that it was impounded. Well, do they own it or no?
He owns it, but he says he has to get. And that's the thing. I paid him for it. He said he had to get a salvage title, and I gave him money so he can get it. But apparently, he never got it. He's trying to get 40 grand for that truck. Trust me, they're not giving up that truck that easy. Trust me on that. That's salvage all they got for the salvage train title they need.
For the train nonsense when they drove on the train tracks.
No, apparently, according to him, he contacted the company about the car, and they don't want it back
because it smells.
I don't know why. I'm not a driver, so y'all would know more about the laws with that than me. But apparently they don't want it back. I don't know how that works though if it ain't paid for. So
did it get wrecked? Did the Durango get messed?
It's not wrecked. It's a nice vehicle, but ain't nobody giving them 40 grand for that thing. I know that. Nobody I know is gonna give them 40 grand for it. I got this one guy who's a car collector that Jason wanted me to talk to regarding it. He'll make an offer, but it ain't gonna be no 40 grand. It might be 4 grand, but it ain't gonna be no 40.
Well, especially if there's a lot of miles and it smells like the rest of everything that they touch. Yeah. Do you know if the Durango's tore up? Have you ever seen the interior of that truck?
All I know is it's a beautiful truck, but maybe underneath it's messed up. I don't know, but it's a nice truck. But the funny thing is that raggedy Cadillac that he has drives better than it, though.
Okay, yeah, that Cadillac.
That Cadillac is way better than it. Yeah.
Oh, probably. Why where did he get that from? The uncle, right?
Nope, he bought that from somebody on I'm not sure if it was on Facebook or something like that, but he was looking for one. He was serious and he found one. I gave him some of the money for it, and then actually, did I pay for that car? I paid him some of the money, and his uncle gave him the rest of the money for it.
And is that because he wanted to have like this lie that like he was far away from Shanny? Was that what the whole thing was about?
No. He was expecting. This is what he told me. He was expecting them to come and repossess the car, but it turned out that they didn't want it. So, not to mention, is the issue of car insurance, and he said that he doesn't have a couple of other things too, to be driving that thing around as often as he was driving it around. As a matter of fact, if he doesn't switch those plates to Pennsylvania plates soon, and get rid of them Colorado plates, they're going to take that car from him.
Yo, he still has the Colorado plates on?
Yeah.
What the? Are you serious?
Yep. And I gave them money. They could have got that fixed a bunch of different times. Like I said, those guys are unbelievably lazy. That's their biggest thing. They're lazy. And Shanny isn't exaggerating. She wants somebody to sit there and take care of her. And I'm sorry, I ain't going to be the one. It's not going to happen.
That's stupidity, though. If they say, "Oh, the trolls." Well, if you're driving around PA with Colorado plates in that Durango,
you don't know the half of it. You don't know the half of it.
Yeah, I can't believe
half of it.
I can't believe they thought that they were trying to convince people that someone broke the tire with the rebar. You can't do that. You need like, if they said like a knife at least, but like it was all tore up.
I took them to Boost Mobile one time. Y'all was following them and stalking them. I took them to. Because I wanted to go do an all-you-can-eat buffet. They didn't want to do that because they thought y'all was stalking them. We went to the mall. Y'all apparently was in the mall stalking them, taking their pictures and hiding like the paparazzi. Yes.
Well, hold on. Is that what they told you, or is that what you saw?
Shanny told me. Shanny told me turn around. Somebody's taking their picture, and I would turn around. Nobody's there. We'll be in the supermarket. So apparently, you guys are going from owl taking their pictures and all those other mess and whatnot. And I was with them, so I was like, well, if they took your picture, then putting it on YouTube, I'm going to show up on it. And I never once seen any of these pictures show up or anything like that.
Chiquita Banana asks, so he bought the Cadillac after jail?
He had the Cadillac before he went to jail.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he had the Cadillac before he went to jail. As a matter of fact, when me and Shanny were discussing selling the house and everything, I was telling her, because I wanted people to see the place. I wanted the cars out at the driveway, and I told her she's gonna have to walk downstairs because I can't drive. I can't do it. So I told her she has to move them. You know what I mean? I think that's the other reason why she took them back, because she couldn't move them or anything like that. And the cars wasn't in her name. They were not in her name.
Oh yeah, I heard that she made him do that now. Is that true? That she made
those cars are not in her name, but he gave them to her.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They're not in her name. I don't think he's that stupid, you know.
I don't know. He's living with her, giving her all his money. That's pretty stupid. Like I'll never understand.
She must be really putting it on him, man. She must be really putting it on him. I don't know what y'all saw in those porn videos, but she must have really been putting it on him, man, for him to be acting like this.
You should go watch, man. You know.
No.
They don't call her Gray Shanny for nothing.
Some of you was telling me that y'all put bleach for eyes in your eyes and you can't get the images out. Now I'm good. I'm all right. I don't want to watch that. I'm good.
Could have been a good fucking computer program.
If I wanted to see her naked, I had plenty of opportunities to see that.
Oh, this is where she says that she was a good computer programmer.
Mm.
Now, Gman, you know that she didn't graduate high school, right? I mean, I just want to make sure we have that understood.
She told me she went to college. She said she got a couple of years in college. She just studied psychology.
No. Yeah, she also said she was a mother too. Yeah, no, she didn't go to college. She didn't graduate high school. She said that that she was.
Who said that? Her mother said that.
She was assaulted by the principal and had to leave. And I mean, my God, like, why would you say that? But that's what she said. She said she was assaulted by her principal and she had to leave the high school. And then ever since that, she was like, I was a home healthcare worker. I had this job and this and that. And I did this and that.
Well, that she did have. There was a YouTube video with her at work wearing a nurse uniform when she was supposed to be working. She was in the hallway making a YouTube video. I remember that. That was back when she had the ShannyForChrist YouTube channel, and when she right before she got involved with Jason. She wasn't involved with Jason yet, and her and Chris didn't break. No. Her and Chris did break up. You know who might have that video? Fundy Archive might have it. Funny Archive.
Which one?
Gloot might have it. Gloot and Sabella, they might have it. Gloot and Sabella might have the video. The video when Shanny was wearing her nurse uniform and she was supposed to be working, but instead she was making YouTube videos in the hallway. I remember that.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know. Okay, well, you don't have to graduate to work at a. I knew someone in high school. They were working at a changing bedpans and stuff. But she says that she went to college. That's just an out lie. She doesn't have a high school diploma.
You feel like doing a part 2 to this soon? Because I gotta get some sleep. I'm tired.
Oh yeah. I was just gonna finish the video. Then
we can finish the video.
Yeah, but yeah. You let me know when you're free. We could do a part 2.
Yeah.
At High Point University, at this computer programming contest, and I didn't want to get this because they're so incredibly misogynistic toward me.
And she keeps getting those subscribers, though.
It was just so gross. It was so gross.
Did she say the Benadryl didn't help her?
Did she? I mean, the Benadryl would help me, at least put her to sleep. No, she's claimed that they called a. Well,
the video she did before that one. The video she did before that one was saying that she can't go to Rite Aid and go get Benadryl. But then she said that she went to the doctor and the doctor gave her Benadryl and it didn't do nothing for her.
I don't think they would give her that. They would definitely give her something stronger. So she's never said to you though privately, like, hey Gman, I really do miss my kids. I think I really screwed up bad this time.
No. And she wouldn't have said that because she blamed Jason for all of that. And
then
Jason
she
never
blames
said
him.
It. Jason said that he shouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
When I was around him, he said he did something really stupid and he shouldn't have did it. That's what he told me. But
why did she take him back then? Because his medication? That's stupid.
No. She found out about this. That's what happened.
And you're saying if she thought that there was no money coming, that you were gonna take the money that you sell the house, keep it for yourself, that she would just leave them.
Well, when she realized that I wasn't trying to take his place, I explained to her that I would still like make an arrangement to give her money or whatever. You know what I mean?
She said it put her to sleep. Okay, she said the Benadryl put her to sleep.
The problem is when Jason got out of jail, I think I talked too much myself, actually, now that I think about it. Because when Jason got out of jail, Jason told her the arrangement that I had with him, that he wasn't supposed to tell her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the reason why she let him back in, because he was looking for a reason to get back in the house, I guess. And then she got on the phone with me and started calling me all kinds of names, called me a user, called me all this other garbage and whatnot, saying that I was withholding information from her as if that was any of her business. You know what I mean? But
what kind of information though? Like really?
regarding if I sell the house, I'm going to give money to Rev, because I had to remind her on numerous occasions that I said, with all due respect, Shanny, you didn't give me nothing. He did. You know what I mean? Because she keeps saying that she did this and she did this and she did this. Even with the $50 for the phone, she didn't give me nothing. Jason did.
Yeah,
she was broke. She didn't have nothing. And that the only thing she has in the whole world right now is the PS5 and what I bought her. That's it.
The Switch. So she has one Switch and she's giving you the other 3 because you said there was 4 Switches.
No. William has one, I think. Zachary has one. Shanny has hers, which I almost had too. And then I have the one that they gave me when I first came to PA.
That special edition one, right? There was like a special. I remember when she bought that. She showed it. She was like showing it off.
But a lot of that stuff that she was bragging about over there in Colorado, I got now. So, but to be honest, I'll give that stuff right back to Jason if I felt like he was actually going to do something with it and do something with himself. I'll get right back to him. Because if I told you how many times I actually cut this thing on and use it, not very much.
Well, especially if it smells. But yeah, I want to go back to the video.
Yeah.
All right, bye, PS. See you later. Oh, damn. Riveting content with her when she makes these videos.
I need a break.
Break from what?
Serious fucking break.
From life, I think. I think that's what she means by that. I think.
Pain level out of fucking hand. How I feel most of the time, out of fucking hand.
See, this is when she gets me, because this is when I start believing her.
I feel nauseous. I feel tired. This is every day. Nauseous.
Well, I mean, no shit. She's definitely experiencing something, going through something, but still, she wants people to pay at the end of the day. And it's messed up that she knows that it's going to happen. Like she knows that someone eventually be like, oh, okay, just to keep this going. And I don't know. I just think after the kids gone, everything, things have gone far enough. But you're lucky that that motel owner doesn't want to try to charge you. So he
I told Jason on multiple occasions, especially when the kids were there. I told Jason, I said, look, if I had to pick between all of you guys getting thrown out and then throwing him out and letting Shanny and the kids stay there, I said I would give this. I would let Shanny and the kids stay there so that they got a roof over their head. And because Jason was a man, I was like, if you mess up, I'll throw you out and let them stay there. So I don't know. Maybe she's trying to use that same psychology here, though. I don't know.
Tired, bloated, in pain,
bloated,
itchy. Why am I so fucking itchy?
Because you have bed bugs, stupid.
And you look for Benadryl at like Rite Aid or the grocery store. There's no Benadryl. There's no fucking Benadryl I can fucking find. I mean, it's not like you could fucking sleep when everything's fucking itchy.
Right, 6 drops.
For not having any place to stay. Like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't do this anymore.
She had time.
I didn't know she was like this, though, man. I really didn't know, man. If I would have known this back in the Greek debate, man, please. A lot of my decisions would have been different.
Yeah, she's just a user and a manipulator. Like makes up, this and that, blah, blah. Like, and, with everybody's helping her, including yourself, she could have gotten on her feet and something. Rev could have gotten a job. Even just working at the gas station over there. They could have done this. I mean, if you're saying $54, $380 a week, yeah, that could have happened.
I'm gonna tell you something. If they got to sleeping at the Ringo, if that happens, she's gonna dump him, but then they're gonna coexist inside the Durango.
Yeah, but if she has to sleep in the Durango, they might tow it then. And unless they drive.
I was thinking about buying them a camper so that they can live in the camper, but
dude, don't buy
I don't want nothing to do with these guys no more until they do something with themselves. I don't want nothing to do with them no more until they do it. Until they do something with themselves.
Yeah, I don't think they ever will, though.
I'm done.
Yeah, they don't need any more things.
I'm done. I surrender. I can't. It's too much. It's just too much. Losing everyone you've ever loved too much.
Well, should have done something about that.
And I'm gonna tell you when she almost got me again too. When she almost got me, you remember the rant that she did where she said that the liars and the what was that video called? It was called like people making stuff up and lying or whatever. Yeah, I almost contacted them and started helping them again after I heard that one because she was going off, man. And there's a lot of stuff coming out of her mouth, man. It was like, you know what I mean? But I called Becco, and Becco killed that noise real fast.
Yeah, I'll just say this.
I suck at this. I really suck at this. You just don't know.
Well, okay. This is the thing. If she abused her kids and she don't shower, and she abused Rev, and then let Rev hit her kids, then she belongs to be in this squalor. Yes. That's my opinion.
You said that you're Catholic and that you appeal to the Bible, though. Like, how do you reconcile that with Matthew 25?
Well, I know people are people, and I am different where, it's good to help out someone, but if someone's not helping themselves, you know what I mean? All right. Did he let's see if he got to come back. But here, I'm going to play the rest of this video because after that, I'm going to call it. But I'm going to see if this happened before. He ducked out and came back in. Oh, here he is.
Sorry about that. What happened?
Oh no, it just cut out. But here, I'll let's finish this so I can let you go. And then if this is gonna happen tomorrow, which is Tuesday, what other day this week would you be free? We could do it earlier if you need to do it earlier. It's fine.
I prefer to do it on somebody else's channel because I'm not interested in making no YouTube content right now. At least not right away. But today is Monday, I think. So
yes.
Well, Tuesday now technically. But Thursday is good. We could do a Thursday.
Okay. Thursday, what? 8 o'clock?
Same time.
Like 9:30. Okay, no problem.
Because by then I can get dragged these because I keep telling him I'm going to give him this stuff, but I need to give him these text messages.
Please give him everything first. I don't want to get in the middle of that. Because
no, it's just how many times she was calling me the N. See, a lot of people don't realize how many times I got called the N word when they were living inside the house. Everybody just talking about these kids. There's a lot more stuff that's going on beside that. They were calling me the N word when they were living under my roof. Yes, and they did it in Colorado. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, Shanny thought the only reason I was being nice to her because I wanted to get the house back. I had to put her in a place a couple of times with that, especially after I saw the condition that it was in after I got it back the second time.
Oh, so after you got it back the second time, it was worse.
Yeah. But I kept my mouth shut.
You don't will of survival anymore. You don't want to.
I was paying her phone bill. I was paying her electric bill. I was buying them food. I was doing a lot of stuff when they went to Colorado.
I don't know, man. I think she just had a way of making you feel bad for her. But I think just the way she attacked, nasty and overtly about Shanny. So I feel like, religious or not, and I feel like with her, it's just another shield because she'll just like God kills my enemies. Like, why would you say that? That's not true. It's asinine. It's craziness. So I don't feel bad for them at all. I think we all need to, if you want something in life, you gotta go out there and get it. And she was given a lot of money. She don't have it anymore. Now it's time to put on her really big moo-moo, big girl pants and, and do something. I mean, that's how I feel about it. Otherwise she's never going to change. And it's just going to be more of this.
Yeah.
I can't believe that motel owner let them stay there this long. But you said there's a lot of people like that over there. There's a lot of the same type of riffraff, but still that's $1,500. So what's that like about? What,
but the same way those people over there are nice, those same people will dig in their grills if they see that they don't want to work. It goes both ways. And
so you're saying
don't want to work
about almost 4 weeks worth of no paying the rent?
Yeah.
Or no? Wow.
Well, so not 4 weeks. To get the $1,500, all you got to do is go. No,
maybe 3.5.
Yeah. You're right. About 4 weeks, about a month. You're right.
Dated everyone. You don't want to anymore. You don't want to even fucking. What's the point of attempting to try? You're just gonna lose more.
See, it's fake because Rev never comforts her. Never puts his arm on her. It's okay. We got this.
Please, Jesus, help this family.
It's just them two. It's not really a family anymore.
I need your help so bad, Jesus. I need your help. Because I can't do this life anymore. I can't do it. It's too painful.
Well, like you said, man, she's doing this for a reason, to get views.
It's too tiring.
Why stream this?
Right.
I need help. I need help.
Uh-oh, here comes the electricity.
If you don't hear from me, just know I love you all.
Okay, that's why. Now, do you understand why she said in the video an hour ago, you guys didn't need to call the police? That's why. 'Cause she just, people, they need to watch what they say. Like you said before, like, you got to watch what you say. When you make a threat like that, if you don't see me, like, and people, mandated reporters have to report that. It's nothing against her. They have to call it in. I don't know. She's making, and she's at the end, literally at the end of her rope here. So that's why that happened. It nothing to do with trolls. It's people are mandated and they have to call. Just to point that out. It's
Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything.
Rev has crazy eyes. Yes, he does. Okay. Well,
I remember when what did Jason say to me? Jason said to me that because it was one of the times when he was talking about like the kids and everything, and he was like, you would let the kids this and let the kids that, and they were both laying on the bed. I had to put Jason in his place, and I said, dude, number one, if I was in your position, neither one of them would be living in this house and struggling the way they're struggling, because I actually know how to lead. You know what I mean? So I would, and he took it personal. I don't care about him getting mad, but I told him just like that. I was like, there ain't no way in the world they would be in here. He ain't got no underwear, and this other one is being as shy and as bashful as he is. I said, under me, please. Not in a million years. Not in a million years. And I went and put up with half the stuff that Shanny was making everybody was going through. I had to tell Jason that a few times, and I did that in person. It ain't like I'm just doing this on YouTube. I did this to his face a couple of times. You ain't no man.
Caitlin Ray 91 has just donated $9.99 through Super Chat. You're right, Girl World is nothing like this. Breed is one in a mill.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Did Rev make a video yet?
Did Rev make a video? I will look. I was gonna say for Thursday, I will try, because I was honest about that. I will try to find you that video where she's talking about that you don't pay your taxes. Don't know why she said that. I'm not. I swear to God, I am not making that up. Don't know why she said that. Because she was like, "Good luck with him trying to get the house because he doesn't pay his taxes," or good luck with him trying to sell the house. Trying to sell the house. But I'll comb through her whole Twitch and I will find it for you.
Oh yeah. I totally don't pay no taxes. I totally just live my life, and the city hasn't come and seized it for They don't know what they're talking about.
Well, do you know why? Do you know why she would come up with that number, like $10,000?
Why?
No, I'm asking you. Like.
Well, because it's very close to what the lien was on the house. The lien was $11,000 and some change, and the lien had to do with their lazy behinds not mowing the lawn, not fixing certain things, not doing this and not doing that, and not doing this and not doing that.
Okay.
Threatening to condemn the place again, because these two, the entire time they was in Colorado, didn't care for that place at all. And like I said, when I went there the second time, there was raccoon poop and everything all over the house and everything and whatnot. So I have a video with me walking around, and I can show you how the place looked. It was disgusting.
Okay, if you can grab that for Thursday, that would be great.
I can probably show you right now. Hold on.
I know I saw a picture I saw the carpet, and it didn't look like a carpet. It looked like a carpet was ripped up. It was all brown and gray and Shanny like, and yeah, it was gross.
Oh, the carpet? We're still trying to get that pee smell out of there. with that. Like it's not as strong, but I did get it professionally cleaned though. But you can smell it still a little bit.
Oh, show the mattress. Yeah. Well, is there a mattress? Was there a mattress?
Yeah, but the picture I got isn't very good. I'll if I can find it, I'll show you in a minute. Hold on. But first, I want to show you the walkthrough. I think this is the wrong phone too. I think it's in the other one. If you want to wait a minute, I can go on the other phone and see if I got it. I think it's in the other room.
Yeah, sure.
All right, give me a minute.
Folks. Hey, folks, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. It's like 250 years. If anybody is not subbed, seriously, come on. What are you waiting for? Please sub. Let's get me to 2K. You know, fun stuff on the way. And, you know, like I know some people, you know, don't care for him. But with all that being said, you know, I need to find out, man. I am obsessed with knowing the truth. And I'm going to get to the truth.
I got it.
And, oh, thank you, Tam. Yeah,
it wasn't in the other room. It was right here. Okay. Yeah. Give me a second here.
Okay.
Because I was actually going to upload this to YouTube today with those other videos. So my you a diva. Give me a second here. Yeah, this is her the car that they gave me. That was a piece of garbage that she didn't care about right there.
It was a Jimmy. Was that the one that she was doing her videos in?
Yeah.
Was that her dad's truck?
I don't know whose truck this thing was. All I know, it was barely worth $75 when the people came and picked it up as junk.
Oh, so that you got it for scrap.
Yeah, and I gave her the money. And then I gave her the money. I didn't even keep it. Let me see. It was in Colorado. Yeah, they was in Colorado when I gave that to them.
So you said in it's 12:30 now, Eastern time, 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. They're out.
It's 12. Oh, tomorrow between 10 and 11 a.m.
And he's bringing the 5-0. He's bringing the police.
I don't know what he's doing. All I know is that they got to get out by 11.
Well, like, was the guy's conversation more or less, can you get them out? Is there a way to get them out?
He told them to get out. He told them to get out. Here we go. This is the video here.
Oh, thanks, Caitlin.
So this is the video right here. If you want, you want to invite Drag to this, we can talk about it on, you know, with
Caitlin Ray 91 has just donated $9.99 through Super Chat.
How do I do that?
Guys, I'm on a plane back to Kai-Town, so relay stream is my deal. Ghost.
Yeah, I mean, Drag, he's he knows he's welcomed on the channel anytime.
See how this looks.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Can you see this?
Yes.
This is not how I left this place. There's leaves. The door was wide open. And there's leaves all over.
There was poop and everything when you went upstairs and everything. What I'll do is I'll try to upload this, and then I'll give you the link, and then you can.
Or you could send it to my email. You can send it to my Draven email.
All right, give me your. Okay, I'll try to do that. But this is 3 minutes and 19 seconds, so this is a big file. So I don't know if they'll let me do it, but I'll try to do it. Maybe I can compress it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can always send something there.
Yeah. And then there are some videos on here from her calling me the N-word. Now, those are the ones I'm having a difficult time finding. Because I was at a wake. A relative of mine died. And she was calling me the N-word during the thingy or whatnot. Because she didn't like the videos I was making. She was blaming me for everything that she was going through. Yeah,
I heard you were telling Drag that. That's insane. That you were... You know, some Christian she is like, oh, okay, you're at a funeral, and like, for what? Like, why did she do that? Like, what does she even say to you later? Like, oh, I'm sorry, G-Man, I had, going through things. Hey, really, there is no excuse for her bad behavior.
She made light out of it after the next day. This is the one where she called me a racist trash. Here we go. I found it. Here we go. All right. So I got to find out how to, because it's a lot. Like, she went off on me. Like, just on this day alone, it goes on and 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 on. As a matter of fact, I played some of this on Drag Channel. I'll let you hear some of it.
Guess what?
Okay.
I don't care what you know about Sam.
This is about Scientist Sam and
To
everything.
destroy this person, you really want to destroy another human
She's in my
being?
house saying this.
You already destroyed me enough, G-Man, with racist stuff. You already destroyed me. You're gonna go after.
Wait a minute, was this in Colorado?
You're gonna be judged on this. You're gonna be judged hard on this.
Wait. Was this when she was in Colorado and about to be kicked out of that house over there? Because she needed me to pay for her for the electric bill or something like that, I think. I have to read this and then I'll send it.
Yeah, sure.
So
I mean, like I said, take your time.
Yeah, but we talked about Scientist Sam, we talked about drag, we talked about the Dragoons, we talked about all of that.
My thing is just watching whatever happens tomorrow and this fallout of whatever's gonna, what do you think? Where do you
I believe that they're gonna be at their uncle's house when it's all said and done.
I think she's gonna try to call you.
Oh, who, me?
Yeah, I think she's like, G-Man, I need you now.
No. She knows better. She knows she messed up.
Tanta, between 10 and 11 tomorrow.
Yeah, between 10 and 11 tomorrow. And honestly, you can keep up with, if you can keep up with Drag will tell you whether or not it happened or not, because he has the phone number to the owner there.
So does the owner understand like her whole backstory that she does this?
Nope. All he cares about is the $1,500 that he's owed.
So
that's all he cares about.
Once he kicks them out, that's it? Is he gonna try to get it or to go to collections or whatever?
He told them to go to a homeless shelter or whatever. So,
all right.
If they try to contact me, y'all know about it. That's for sure.
Yeah,
those guys ain't my friends no more. They tried to play me. That's what they tried to do.
I figured that she would do that. She, that's her last ditch effort. If she can't come up with the money, but even if she could come up with $100 right now, you said she was $1,500. So
yeah, $100 ain't helping her do nothing.
Well, did the owner, did he specifically say that she can't stay? They can't stay here anymore. They owe too much money.
Do you are you subscribed to Carrie on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, on Carrie's channel, she played the audio.
Yeah, I know. And so did Burnt Toast. I'm just saying, oh, I figure you talked to the owner a couple of times.
I did talk to him a couple of times. I talked to him when I got Drag, listened to it in the background, and then I talked to him when I called the second time because I wanted to know about the smell of the room. And I was trying to record it, but I don't think I got it. I wanted you to hear what that man had to say.
Yeah, in the future, what you should do, what works best for me, is put the phone on speakerphone and have it next to the mic. Works really well for me. That's
what I'm gonna have to do. I need to get some sleep though. I gotta work tomorrow.
Before you go, somebody's asking, Tam's asking for your channel name, if you want to throw that out.
2 channels. One of them is Sowing and Reaping. The other one is Gman. Draven, did you put the link to my channel in your description?
I
bet you didn't.
Yes. No, look in there. It says at Sowing and Reaping, but if you want me to put the other one, that's fine.
Yeah, you can put both the channels on there, yeah.
Yeah. But that's it, right? At one word, Sowing and Reaping, right?
And if you want to donate, it's Cash App $Gman3233. $Gman3233.
All right. Donate. I will send you an email on Thursday. Okay. And then
all right, and I'll try to have everything for you. And you can look at all the stuff that I got on Thursday. All right. I want to get this over with so I ain't gotta keep talking about this no more. And move on.
Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. And then I will look for that video about the taxes.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for showing me, or thanks for telling me some things I didn't know before.
All right. So you owe me a channel visit now. Don't forget.
Oh, you want me to go on to yours?
Yeah, one day when I'm doing all the smoke. You ain't got to do it like the next one. Just one day.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right.
All right, man. Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right.
I will see you later.
All right.
Okay, guys. Okay, so that was something. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Please like and sub if you're not. I know this was long, but I don't know. It's just I have so many questions. Like seriously, I probably have like 10 hours of questions because it was just so many years that I had my own hypothesis of what was going on, and then I would ask some people, and they really weren't so, And this is actually the first time I actually had a cohesive talk with Gman, and like I said, I have my own opinions, and I know you guys too, and I respect that. I'm not asking you to be his best friend now, but I am saying like let's try to find out the truth. Oh wow, thank you.
Caitlin Ray 91 has just donated $19.99 through Super Chat. Love you, Draven Skull and Crossbones Ghost Robot Jack-o'-lantern.
Jack-o'-lantern. Okay, well thank you. Jack-o'-lantern. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you guys liked it. I guess I will be live Thursday. Will be my next live, and then there'll be a part 2 to this. But thank you all for showing up. Yes, today's definitely was a lobster day. But that's it. Thank you guys. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.